Oh, the good old mint slice dipped into a tea.
That's what that
Latte.
tastes like. That hot chocolate. It's a mint hot chocolate from some
I
company. Like,
don't.
what?
I don't know. As long as I don't get a minty nose again, I'm fine.
Minty nose again. Oh, that's
Like,
funny though. Like, what the fuck?
yeah, so like that, whenever I touched, I got it and I've clearly gone to itch my nose because I normally do, and it got stuck there at first, and it was there, right there. It was burning right there, and I was
And
like,
then you,
and
and
then
then
it
you
got
got
into the
put
thing,
it
and
somewhere
then
else.
and then I was like, oh, and then it got down in the corner of my mouth here, and it was burning in there, and it was like, oh,
Fucking
my
hell.
lip, it's burning. It was painful. It's the worst thing I've had to ever deal with. It's fucking. Do not even get me started with that. It's fucking bad.
Funny part is that it's all recorded. I was like, that's just like, how the fuck? Because it's just come out of nowhere. It's just like, ah!
Yeah, because it started burning. I was like,
It was the
oh
realization, like, oh
no,
shit. Yeah. Yeah.
no, not at all. I'm not having none of that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
None of it.
let's get something that we're gonna have some of something. Oh no, I think I rubbed it too much because I'm starting to feel I've rubbed it too much. It's making it burn from friction now.
Irritated.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get something that we're not nutting.
No, 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 no.
Anyway, this is what's up, Beardies and Beardettes? Welcome back to another fine episode of the Beardy Bros podcast. Oh God, what a week! It's been a crazy week for me already. So I feel like success is on the rise here at the moment. There's a lot of success
Oh,
happening. I feel
success.
motivation is key. It's turning around. It's coming back. Sometimes you have that little loop around where you kind of like, and then you got the roller coaster of success. I don't know.
Right?
I'm just feeling it at the moment. Just feeling great. Things are feeling like going my way a little bit. But productivity has been feeling a little bit more on a high. As I showed you that video just before, which is now out on my channel, my
Yes.
unboxing, which is of an item I've got today that we're going to look at for my loot haul today. Because there
Right?
was much else, but yeah, no. So that video, I was very I feel a little bit more motivated with my YouTube videos because like playing games and stuff, like going live, like playing games and going live on YouTube, that simple enough.
Mm.
It's easy. There's no complexity to it. Like, I don't feel like I need to do anything fancy. Like it feels like I'm hitting that category when doing like just going like nothing fancy. But when it comes to like
Right?
putting content out on YouTube, I'm finding that like putting like just being like, oh, I've recorded this clip and shoving it onto YouTube as a video feels like lazily like slop to me. Like that's just how it
Mm.
feels. It just feels like I'm putting slop because it's like I haven't done anything with it. It's just like, oh, here's a little thing I did find funny, but then I'm kind of like,
Right?
it's kind of a moment, or it's just like a gameplay like cutscene itself, and I'm just like, oh, here, I post 5 minute clip, and I'm just looking at them, and I'm just like, it just doesn't feel like it's not,
Like a natural,
yeah, it's just like I need that little kind of,
not natural, but an organic
yeah, it's
thing.
just too basic, too bland, and I feel like
Mm.
I think I'm getting to the point creativity that I need to have my like touch into it.
Touch.
It needs to have
Spin,
my,
like,
yeah. So like with that last video I showed you, with that
mm.
unboxing, like I put my little tweaks on it where I had like little memes, little jokes, little things, edits pop up and stuff. But like it's not like necessarily doing like that whole weird retention thing. It's more to convey the joke a little bit funnier or kind of like,
Right?
yeah, just add that little bit of sprinkle of me into it. So it's
Right?
fun just
Yeah.
like being able just to play with things and feel creative in the sense of like, yeah, just creating videos and just being like, yeah, fuck it, whatever, Half the times your shit gets flagged and you can't monetize it, but I'm like, I don't get monetized anyway. So as long as just people see it and enjoy it, that's all I care about. Like that's all I want. It's just another form
Yeah,
of art.
that's a future problem. Like,
Mm. There's plenty of content I can make in the future that can be monetized. But but no, but because I was in that retrospect, I had like one video come up because I was kind of like trying to remember how to like clean like my YouTube preferences and stuff. Like when making a video, like I was double checking a video the other day, and I was like, what's the go to steps of like what's kind of needed in a YouTube video to like make sure I'm like having everything base set right when I'm pushing it out. And because I like watched that one video, my YouTube has been flooded now with all these like, this is how you make your video. This is how you're gonna like. This is what you need to do when you create a new channel. It's like, don't do this. This is all, and I've just had all
Oh
these
my
videos now.
lord.
That's like all these tip videos, and I'm like,
Those
okay,
videos are so stupid. Like, what not to is like, there
the,
is no one way to do it.
no. And the thing is though, when you
There's no
watch,
wrong way. Like,
no, that's exactly it. But when you watch the videos, the amount of shit that they talk out of their ass, when you start matching up, it goes, well, this is why this is done this. This is why this is done that with logic. But people are so like confounded with like being like, oh, I need to know these tips. So people are already falling for that video by like that's how that video is already getting popularity and these
just
comments
because
get
of the title,
popularity
really. Like,
because it's
oh, this is how you know.
because people because they're doing that one thing. They're marketing at what do people want. Okay, so someone wants to like get better at YouTube. So it's like same streaming. It's like someone wants to get like good at streaming and make money fast in streaming. That's what they're doing. They're basically making a video bullshitting about it, like any kind of talk informal fucking like seminar like people do, and that's where they get you. It's like, come in, pay $50 to see my seminar talk to tell you how you get more women.
Just tell
and
you
then,
nothing you
yeah,
couldn't learn just from the
yeah,
quick
exactly. Like women versus money, cars, like all that kind of shit. Like we see these from Yes Man, basically what Yes Man was all about. Like,
yeah, right.
it's all that bullshit that you already knew. And if you just listened and looked, and it's just funny because I was like, okay,
It's sort of like that. Was it yesterday or the day before? Snacker was salesman, like the guy on Arc.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
like, I'm selling this, like Discord, blah, and it
Mm.
just fucked off.
It's like, come in. It was like, give me a quick, do this, that. If you try me this, I'll give you an idea to how to recipe, how to figure this out. It's like, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to dabble with a few of these videos, which was a trap. So I've kind of got to try and figure out how to get out of the algorithm. But I was like, I know, I want to kind of like see how long it takes from the bullshit. And I'm contemplating maybe even doing a video breaking down these videos and like finding how long it takes from to like where the bullshit starts, like rate the bullshit and just break down the videos or something.
It'd be pretty fucking quick.
But there's one dude, literally in his own video, he's like talking about this stuff and he goes, I talk too much, we'll move on quick. And as he cuts to the next scene, he starts rambling on again. And I'm like, dude, you fucking like piss it. Like, I'm like, how do you, like, clearly you've got it right where you find the right way of like speaking in much bullshit. And then you correct yourself going, I speak too much bullshit, but then speak more bullshit. It just drags on the video. It's like, this information you give out realistically, you can do in a span of 5 minutes. But they do everything they can to drag the videos out to 10 minutes to try and get people to get more ads in their video. Because I think you don't get curated ads until you're like 10 minutes, I think, of a video.
Yeah,
And then you get ads. So now they curate bullshit to get 10-minute long videos to then get the duration so people are watching for long enough.
That's why I commend the ones who have like a 3 to 5 minute one because they don't care. Like they just put it out there with the correct information.
Yeah, without bullshitting. And it was funny because the video I watched, one of them at least I watched, was talking about how to get like this. It's so bullshit. It's like how to get this new channel to this, like how, or not even new channel. Clearly it wasn't a new channel, but the statistics like how do we get this channel from this to this, and it's just like, we got traction to this channel, made it. But I'm like, when he's like, it's given all this advice, but when you get to the final end of the advice, and basically what it was saying was basically they used a channel that they already had, that already had X amount number of subscribers, and started promoting this other channel on that channel. So then that channel was... It's like, what do you... Yeah, exactly. What do you think's going to happen when you have a channel that has X amount of numbers and you're advertising content with that channel? Like, if we had a channel that had
people like us who don't have that.
Yeah, so it's like, because basically what it was like, they had a channel that had... I don't know, it was like... Yeah. Then that basically... So what they're doing is they're using the community post or the post section, and they're posting a little short title and a link to their podcast channel. And then the podcast had the X amount of numbers. I'm like, well, you're pulling in new... customers that are because it's a new channel, but then because you're linking people from your old channel directly because you're making posts, which your content's already curated to an audience, you're now making another channel with curated for the similar audience. What do you think's going to happen when you make a post? People are going to go, oh, we're going to jump to that. So if we had that's like that, like if we already had a large following and like, we posted in the YouTube post section, hey, check out this thing here, or this thing's been posted for a podcast.
That's also a quicker way to start another thing because you've already got
you're
people
piggybacking.
there.
You're piggybacking across. It's just like, and it's like that's why this video's got like this thing. It's like how you got so many views in 10 days, blah blah blah. Because you've gone, oh, maybe we should finally advertise this channel on this channel. And there's so much bullshit like that. Like, it's
One
so funny.
thing about that is just look at Unas Armas between Markiplier and Ethan.
Mm-hmm.
That was big because that both communities come
Yeah,
over to it. Like
exactly.
that's what they just pretty much explained to that
Mm-hmm.
people already know what the fuck it is.
So I mean, and that realistically, what it comes down to is like anything in general. If we were to do a podcast and we had like Hideo Kojima on, well, we'd have all Hideo Kojima's fans come by and start like
Yeah.
mass following and shit like that, and then we'd
Right,
get
like,
retention from them because that audience. Only reason I said that is because I on the Instagram earlier, Hideo had like posted all these like different collab like content creator like YouTubers and stuff that he's scanned and put into like
Yeah, I saw that. It's pretty
that little
fucking cool,
post.
wasn't it?
And I commented going, "Oh, it'd be cool if at the Beardy Bros could be in a video game, at a video game on my account."
Right.
So I was like, but I mean, like that was the joke that we were having ages ago with the whole cyberpunk thing. We were making fun of like if we got scanned and put into a game, it's like And then here's Hideo Kojima actually out here collabing with content creators, scanning them and putting them into video games. Like this is the joke that we wanted to kind of see and it's actually happening now, but like it's not us, and it's but I can understand because like the people he's picked are like,
I guess it'd just be cool,
yeah, like it just
because
like
we like us on Cyberpunk, like we would fucking that game is fantastic.
I
Like we
know,
just
I
joined
was
free promoting for them, like fuck.
basically like we were. It was great, but because we were in that vibe.
But then again, we weren't
that
really
moment.
promoting it. We were just saying how we feel about it.
Because we were
talking about
excited.
it.
We were passionate about Cyberpunk. I mean, we
Yeah.
still are passionate. I
Like-
still love Cyberpunk. I will go back to Night City at some point when I buy that
Right?
the PS5 copy because I'm gonna buy it for PS5 so I can get the DLC.
So it's cheaper to get the DLC that way because you get the game for like maybe $20. Like
exactly. So I got to do that at some point. But I'm just waiting for the time when I'm gonna go back to playing it.
I'm not
and I'll
saying
buy it.
because it's cheap that I bought it. It's just because I didn't.
No,
have
it literally is cheap though. Like it literally is cheap now to buy
It's
it.
like $50 for the whole
Like
thing.
the set is like I think it's like $59.95 or $69.95. Like it
No, it's
normally is.
$49, I think. Like,
No, it's a little bit more than that. It's on special usually like that. But I think it normally is about
okay,
69.
40.
69. It's still a
59.
69.
69. Oh yeah, JB 69. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I mean, that's cheap for a game, and I mean, the game's been out for a little bit now, but like that's cheap for a game
That's
and
good
a
the
DLC. When the DLC released, it was almost the same price as a game, so you had to pay $80 for both. Like,
because it is pretty much another. It's a
yeah,
kind of a sequely
literally,
DLC.
yeah,
like,
it literally
it's an
is, yeah,
add-on.
because they still
And
want to use that.
They had to remake the whole game kind of thing just to put it in there. Like they redid Cyberpunk 2.0 now. Like
So I will get back to that at some point. I think did they end up having co-op in that now? Wasn't there going to be co-op?
I don't think so.
I don't know if they did.
There's no co-op.
Because they were going to at some point, and then they scrapped
It
it.
doesn't need it. Like it's good enough the way it is. I think.
No,
like,
it was one of those more of like the when you're done kind of thing. Have some fun, run around the city, be goofballs with your friends kind of thing. Like just dick around, which would have been cool. Like in the sense of idea. Imagine just like you're like, oh yeah, bro, I'm over the other side, and you're just racing around. You're like, oh, try and find me, and then you're racing around trying to find each other or something silly like that in the city. Just goofing around, just beating up shit. You're racing along, and next thing you see to the side, your co-op players just fucking playing around, fighting up one of the fucking clan of gangs, just fucking beating shit, and you're like, oh fuck yeah, there you are, bro! Fucking lock it up, fucking get out, and you're both beating up fucking the gangs, and you're both there going, yeah! That would have been funny. Just kind of him. Like, just the stupid shit you could do. I feel like
one might have. It's already working on Cyberpunk 2.
I feel like that's what Saints Row would be like. Just dicking around, because like...
That is co-op.
Yes, I mean, that's what I feel like Saints Row would be like, though. Is what if Cyberpunk was to do co-op? That's what it'd be like. What Saints Row does. I mean, I haven't played Saints Row's co-op in the new one, or not the new one, the more later version, but which I've got to try and get you on at some point to help me out with that. So that'd be funny to check, see what that's like. Because
you can join a random person and prank them.
Yeah, just join random. I wonder if anyone's actually still playing. Like I could find anyone.
Well, there would be. I think it's crossplay as well. So
randomly drop into someone's game.
Yeah, just go drop someone's game, prank them, and fuck off.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, no, that's something I'm going to go back to at some point. But I'm getting through that slowly. It's been a lot of work, but we've been playing Ark recently, so that's been more on the burner.
Yes.
And then we recently started playing Dying Light, the first one, which was yesterday.
That game's so fucking good.
I was like, fuck it, yep, I'm going to grab it while it's on special. I was like, yep. No,
like tech I put Techland and CD Projekt Red as in the same tier. Like they're just great games, great companies.
That's it.
Listen to the feedback.
Well, the amount of free content they gave out, like there's so much free DLC that they get because it's just
Yeah,
skins.
because
Like,
they have the paid stuff, but it's equally balanced with the same amount of free stuff. Like,
mm, like they
and
do
it's all the
collabs and
same
stuff in there.
quality. Like, it's just different things.
Exactly. Which that's nice of them. They didn't have to, but
And
they
10
did.
years
They
of
gave us
Dying
so much
Light, and they're
stuff.
still supporting it. Like, I
Hmm.
think it's one of the most supported games apart from WoW and shit.
Well,
Like,
it with its recently had its update, but that's like we said earlier. Like we got the Beast coming, which makes sense. They want to kind of fix a few things because more people may be playing it again because the Beast comes out in couple of months,
August.
which then I'll mostly have to keep picking that up. But then we'll play Dying
Mm.
Light and then mostly do Dying Light 2 at some point,
Mm.
and then I want to play the Beast, but then we might play the Beast together. I don't know.
The Beast is single player, I think, though, which is nice.
Is it just straight single player, or are they gonna have co-op?
It's a smaller game, so I'm guessing. I mean, it could have multiplayer. Who the fuck knows?
Mm,
I don't think they showcased that, so I think it's just single player.
who knows?
I don't know.
Imagine that though, just two players going berserk in beast mode, just running around.
Right? 'Cause that beast mode looks fucking incredible.
Like they like that's the thing though. Okay, so you look at those games because like where we started off at first, if like because we weren't playing with DLC weapons at first. So when we started off in Dying Light, you feel that level like of like it's fun, but like it's hard, but it's meant to be because once you get to like that natural higher
because
point,
you're meant
do
to
get
get
better.
better things as you
Yeah,
progress. Like you get levels, you do
yeah.
more abilities and stuff.
Because I remember that in Dead Island. Dead Island was the same. Like it was a bit hard at first, and then you hit that sweet spot where
But
you,
then it
you had
got
better
real
weapons.
easy.
Yeah.
Like after a few hours, it got real easy. Like
Yeah, and I feel like that's might be where they're going with Beast. That the Beast is the fact that you have this Beast ability that you can just go berserk and be full ham. I feel like they're kind of like they want it to still be like most probably somewhat hard to a point because they look like they've got bigger
yeah,
enemies
because you
now.
want to use the
They
beast
got
when you're overwhelmed, like when
yeah,
you can't.
because they look like they've got even
No
like
weapons or.
I mean, I haven't gone too far into Dying Light, and I like because
Mm.
I've only been playing with you, and I haven't done much of Dying Light 2, but I don't know if there's any like big monsters in that, like the like big bosses. But I know looking at what the Beast has done,
Some, but
the Beast looks like they're including.
mainly the bigger people. That's about it.
Okay, well, it looks like from that preview of the Beast, they've actually got like bigger bosses to fight, kind of thing. Now looks
I mean,
like
you got the
actually.
volatiles, which are the biggest threat in the games.
Mm.
So,
But looking at like I said, looking at the trail of the Beast, looked
I
like it had
finished the
even bigger
second one,
then.
though.
So if they are going bigger enemies in the Beast, which would make sense why they want to give you the ability as well to go up against bigger and stronger enemies, but at the same time making it fun, so you can just go on a slaughter because it feels like you can just go on a slaughter spree.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause
kinda like Doom.
it's like a God of War when you do your rage burst. It's like
Yeah,
that. Like you build it up, then you can use it whenever.
which they're kind of having that fun
Just have a
to it.
little burst and shit.
Yeah,
Just
'cause-
manhandle a bunch of zombies. That's what it is. He's just going
yeah,
fucking.
that's what I mean.
he's
Like,
ripping
imagine
them
just go around
apart and
just
shit,
slaughter
like-
mode. Oh, that'd be so good. Just fucking.
There's a bit of that in the second game actually. You can do some of that.
Yeah, I did kind of get a
'Cause
hint of that. They'll talk about that a bit in the game at the start.
You got not as big as that, but you can do some stuff
Yeah. No,
because you're infected in the second one as well.
yeah. It's kind of interesting though that like there's two technically because I didn't really think about it until you were playing the first, like going back and like now playing the first game.
Two protagonists.
That there's two protagonists that have been infected, but they've gotten like super ability. I mean, I guess the bad guy in the second game was kind of like I think he was like that.
There's a lot of people like that. Like not a lot, but
Yeah.
the ones they experimented on.
There's a few rare instances where they
just got bit, but he.
Hmm.
Well, technically, he doesn't get powers in the first game.
No, he develops later. By this clear.
Somehow, I'm guessing the beast is going to explain how he got it. To be honest,
Maybe they tried.
It's not the first game.
No, so I like I said I don't know what.
I don't think. Not that I remember, because he's just a normal dude. Like
Whatever happens with him evolving from the bite, I guess. Or,
whatever happened after the first game to the beast, like something in there. Just
Or some
I reckon it was the same
experiment.
dude from the second game.
Maybe some kind of experiment or something that he had involved with.
Because they were in a lab. So what if
Yeah.
he got into the lab after the first game, or he got captured, or I don't know.
And that's it. Yeah.
Something. We'll find out in a month.
So,
In a bit over a month.
so no, so that's definitely something.
It's
but,
just weird that it's how they made this little. It's like a DLC expansion for Dying Light 2, or the first game, really.
Mm.
Like the one thing about Techland is they don't really half anything.
Mm.
Like Call of Juarez, they didn't half-ass any of it.
No,
The cartel was shit, but
that
that was
was
more of the publisher.
yeah, pushing the issue.
Where these are all, I'm pretty sure they're self-published now.
See, that's the
Same
thing.
as
See, I
CD
feel
Projekt
like
Red.
if the cartel was released like in today's standard, they could at least go through and patch it, and you know what I mean.
They still can, but
It's
there's no point.
harder. No, that's what I'm saying. If it was released today, like games are, they can
Hmm.
do patches on the go now. Like they could be
Yeah,
like
I mean, you
regularly
could back
rebuilding the
then,
game.
but they wouldn't. They wouldn't change a lot.
No, well, no,
They
but that's what
You
I'm
can
saying
always
though.
add content to it, but you wouldn't change the existing stuff.
With well, that's the problem. That's what I was looking into. So games that are
You
like
can patch in a whole nother game if you really felt like it. Like erase the old one and replace it with another one, but then you got to sell it again to get any money back.
that's what I was going to say. Is with games that were like that era, you can't just patch them in like you can now. It's because games
No, you have to
nowadays
build a whole game and then resell the thing.
exactly because that's what I was trying to get at. Is what you can do now is because games are installed, you can just update the install files. No matter what disc someone buys, the
Right?
install files are being because everything's installed now to your consoles.
Because as soon as you put in your disc, it'll still pull what's on the disc into the game, but then you still get the stuff from the wherever the servers are and get all a new game from there, like to put over top of it. That's
But
how Cyberpunk worked.
but there are some games, for example, well,
And No
depending
Man's
where you
Sky,
look.
that fucking big
Well,
glow up, that one got.
Fortnite's one of the easiest ones, but that's a different. It wasn't really a disc game, but like you know,
No,
Overwatch,
that's just
stuff
on
like that.
the servers.
Like I said, everything can be. Most games now, there was I can't remember what it was. It was an example. There was one game that was on the disc and it ended up just becoming a key file because they updated the game completely.
Mm-mm.
And yeah, that was
That's why
what
that's why that's bad.
that's what was going to happen with Anthem, but they ended up scrapping that project. So it ended up getting improved at all because they were going to rebuild the whole game completely and then re-release it. And people that
Hey,
already
look,
had
Anthem
Anthem,
is a good game. It's just light on content. Like that's the
yeah,
only thing. Like it just wasn't enough stuff to do at that time.
yeah. So that was going to be
After you
one.
done what you did, and then content just stopped,
Mm.
you were just repeating things.
So that's the hard part compared to old because everything was on the disc. You
I
couldn't
kind of
patch
hope
anything.
BioWare don't give up on Anthem. Like they still took learning to make a better one next time.
No,
Like,
they won't be touching that IP ever again. That IP is dead.
no, not Anthem, but like another.
They'll just do
Like
Bioshock.
fuck EA, they
A
pretty
Bioshock
much killed that damn game.
Mass Effect. I said Bioshock Mass Effect. Because I think in BioWare, I'm like, it's not BioWare, and I said Bioshock. Mass Effect. But that's what I mean, like, and that's the thing. So if anything,
Yeah,
said,
this next Mass Effect's got to be good, otherwise they're going under. Like,
that's it. Exactly. But no, like I said, if the cartel was released today and they had that problem, they could at least patch it easier. But it's kind of a dead ship now. They wouldn't touch that again now.
they're just gonna remake it.
I don't think they'll do that because it's just
No, it costs too much resources just
That's
to
why
remake
it's
a
sad.
shitty game. Not a shitty game, but a game that's light on heart. Like, because it was very corporate made, which
Yeah.
kind of shitty.
But speaking of
The other two have so much personality in that, then that's just like, oh look,
because it started becoming more modern and then all that nonsense behind it. But
that's not a bad thing. It's just the fact that things are broken in it, story wise and stuff.
But
But I still got to say to them, at least with Dying Light, they kept the story going. They haven't gone backwards.
I know, and I do like that the fact that
I hate Call of Juarez because the first game's a second game's a fucking prequel.
Yeah,
Then the Cartel is the sequel to Call of Juarez.
I know. Like, yeah, it's like that. Dying Light
I
2.
think Gunslinger is.
Yeah.
After all that, I think because he's
we joked about that last
previous
time.
stories.
We joked about that last time where westerns seem to go backwards when they release a sequel. It goes backwards. I don't know why, what it is with westerns, but it seems to be a thing that they do.
I don't know.
So
But
that's the mistake. The Cartel wasn't a western. That's the problem. It wasn't a western, so they made a sequel. It was actually a sequel, and it was modern day, which there is no westerns and cowboys and Indians anymore. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
The,
Biggest,
the what's good to it is just the execution wasn't there.
but
But
well, speaking of execution,
I
fucking
mean, but
corporate.
Dying Light did kind of go back to
I don't,
Crane, but
I don't know if you saw it because I shared it on my story, because Al was telling me about it, and I forgot because I've seen him a few times on like I only seen him like on like Instagram, TikTok Reels, stuff like that, short media stuff. But it was the Tiny Chef Show. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Um,
yeah,
it's real cool, kind of creative because it's all needle felting like crafts, stop motion stuff. And I shared on the Beardy Bros Insta, so go check that out. The Beardy Bros Insta, that little video. Um, I mean, I guess it's hard for content creators because, in the sense that they were doing, because I've noticed that a lot lately where creators that were doing like YouTube and like posting like creative short films on social media platforms, then they get picked up by companies. There's this weird, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because they're in a sweet spot with like the company being a company, but once they're with someone and they get dropped, they seem to freak out and struggle. It's like, why can't you just go back to YouTube and just
it's
keep
true
making content?
because usually something bad happened to get dropped. Like,
Well, the worst part is these guys just won an Emmy.
and then got dropped.
Yeah, they
But
done
then
two.
they did something, or the other company did
They
something. So.
they did 2 seasons with Nickelodeon. I was looking back and looking at their posts on Insta, and they were waiting to get a call about season 3, and they were trying to manifest it. You know, everyone help us manifest. We got a call with Nickelodeon. They had the
Well, it's
call
also
with Nickelodeon.
contracts as
Yeah,
well. Like sometimes they don't work out.
that's it. Sometimes it's, so I guess, wherever funding's going. So they had their call from Nickelodeon, and they said that the show's cancelled. They're still making content though. Like they're still doing stuff on social media on Insta, making stories. They even made like a post about like how they announced it happening. Was made it in their content style form, getting the call and doing the whole character story and like doing a thing. Like they're still being creative, but then they're like, we're struggling with what are we gonna do? It's like, well, how are you struggling? Like you were creating this to begin with. You got picked up. You've still got your rights and everything clearly because you can still create these things on
Not the
like
funding, I don't
stories.
think. Then
But like
that's why
how?
people get picked
Yeah.
up for the funding to make it.
But that's
Otherwise,
what
they
I
just
mean. So it's like,
don't
are
have the
you
money.
not?
Like
Yeah, but like,
so
I'm like, I
it's
don't know,
a
it's
simple
weird.
concept. Like
Like,
that's
that's what I
why,
mean.
like
Like, how do you not have a level to
you
support?
share something to let's say in the gaming stuff. Like you go to Ubisoft and say like, oh, I've got this idea, blah blah. They'll give you money to make it, and
Yeah,
then they'll sell it. Which if they don't get that, they can't make it. So
yeah.
I'm
That's what I mean. But like,
guessing
I can
money is
understand like some people like when we talked about like McGee with Alice, that I can
yeah.
understand because they owned the rights still. So he was screwed with that because he could proposition this thing, but they still owned the Alice rights. So he can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna leave and make my own Alice game because he doesn't have the rights. He can make a different
I
Alice
mean, he
game.
can, but he can't call it Alice
Yeah,
or
yeah, Alice
have Alice
Madness. It
in
has
it.
to be a completely different thing because like Alice is in kind of in that weird like public domain, but he can't do
If I
anything
was
related to.
Konami, I'd fucking get him to do a Silent Hill or something. Like that's got the kind of vibe. Like
Yeah, I
it's all
know.
fucked up.
But like that's what I mean. So like that I can understand when there's licensing things that are held, but the fact that these guys still
Hmm.
seem to have all their own IP property and licensing stuff like for all their characters and everything, it I guess yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
but
back end
funds,
funding
that's the biggest
issue.
thing.
But like, if you were doing this beforehand and you clearly got by making the content without funds, then you got big in a sense, so you had funding.
Yeah, because
Wouldn't
I'm
you
guessing
kind
they
of like
spent more than they ever had, and now they're
clearly they're because they're like struggling. It's like they're still getting likes and they're still got like millions of subscribers and followers and viewers.
Hmm.
Like they clearly got to be monetized somewhere. And I guess the monetize I don't know if monetization
yeah,
works on
but
YouTube before.
to keep the standard maybe of the
Yeah, I
show, like
know.
they need more.
It's weird
It's
because
definitely money related. I'm
it's gonna have to be.
100%
It's
sure.
gonna have to be. But it's just like that's kind of a crazy point where you haven't figured out a
And then if
spot
it's
where you
Nickelodeon,
can.
it's a very niche. No one else will pick that up because it's
Mm.
a Nickelodeon
Well,
kind of thing. Like,
everyone's been like in the comments been tagging like Netflix should pick his up. Netflix should be, you know. But then again, it's like a how. But then at a point, at the same
you know, if
time
Netflix,
is
yeah, they like fucking Jesus Christ.
yeah. But the other thing is too is like okay, I get it. 2 seasons, it's
You don't
pretty
want
early
Netflix to
on.
anything.
Like it's very early on. Like I said, two seasons. You're hoping to get a third. Like you like creating. Clearly, you like creating the whole story and doing all this stuff.
But
How
then you
many?
just move on. Like,
Well, that's
it's
what I'm
easy
saying. Like
just move on.
how many seasons though were you expecting to continue this on, or how many
Hmm.
things were you expecting to create? Like you got to get to a point where
Like there must be a whole team there. Like there's got to be another idea in there they could use.
like
Like,
we say it all the time. Like Beardy Bros will never end, but I mean, like certain things though in a certain production,
yeah.
like this is just easy us sitting here having a chit chat. Like it doesn't really end. What really ends up happening is it's more of the thing where the conversations will get further and further spread out, and that's how the podcast would die. That's how I think most things die. Is because conversations people fall
right.
apart, and conversations staying in contact, people slowly drift apart, and that's basically what would if it in any realistic state of if the podcast was to fall apart, it'd be us losing connection and not really,
Or
you know.
there's just no time. Like,
That's what I'm saying. We lose connection between each other, and it's
mm,
slowly that's like it's like you're saying. It's like you never stop high fiving someone. You never stop hugging someone. It's the time between the hugs gets further out. Like that's all
yeah,
it is. Like that's all things are.
because life fucking happens. Like,
But like but with a TV show or a film, it has to end at some point. You can't just keep going. Like you're creating a story, it has to end at some point.
that's why
Like whether
that's why I'm
you
happy the Boys has another season or two left, and then they're calling it. Like,
yeah
it has to. You don't want to beat a dead horse like Supernatural.
yeah
But
they've said
it's
that.
coming back again. Like, fuck me.
Mm.
You ended Supernatural. You ended it.
I know. Just because the fans want it doesn't mean you need to do it.
I mean, if
Like,
there's good ideas there, then why not? But because he's doing the Boys and then back to Supernatural.
I
So
know, it's like what? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure I bet that's why the Boys like. I bet that's why Supernatural ended because the Boys took over
Basically, yeah.
what he was doing.
That
Was
was
like, oh, record here, put on pause, and then
basically what Jensen Ackles was saying in an interview I watched not too long ago. He basically said that's kind of what the idea, because it was that wrapped up and he went straight into doing what that director or rather he went from that straight into The Boys, because then that's like when he brought everyone, started bringing everyone
right.
back, and then they started coming back together, and then the interview was
Yeah,
saying,
because it's not that simple. You don't just go boom, boom. Like, that was in the works for like a year or
yeah,
two beforehand. Like,
exactly.
he's already in
So
talks to, and then he wrapped that up, and then
and like he said, it's like it was funny because watching the interview they had was kind of funny, because like you remember, like, because even though everyone's coming back together, it's like this isn't our house, this is the boys, this is their house, we're guests, you know, even though we're the Supernatural crew, like we can't play up here, like this is, you know, we're in someone else's house, you know, even though it's still made by, you know, our friend, you know. And it's like, yeah, it makes sense, like it is, you gotta respect, you know, the new crew, the main crew, that's that family, like it's, you're not, you know.
right? Yeah, because you've still got the Boys writer who's working on it. Like,
Yeah.
you can't really say nothing against that. It's like he's interpreting from what he written into the show, like
Exactly.
changing certain things. Like, you can't say but because
Exactly, you got
it's
to keep
their
in line
creative thing. Like,
as long as it hits the main. They've had
I
a
mean,
few liberties, but you can.
you've got Crispy who's directing it and stuff like that, but he's following the writer's orders still within
Yeah, exactly,
reason.
because he's like, I want it to be like this, but you can do this. You got
Mm.
like leeways to fill to make things tie up, which you can fill the gaps, but there's a certain way you got to fill the gap.
As long as the story stays intact, then you
Yeah.
do what the fuck you want with it.
Exactly. So
Which is why I like the Boys, because it's nothing like the fucking comics.
yeah, which is great.
They
So.
changed certain things where it's like it makes sense
Mm,
because that's why I like say like the way Marvel do it, it's shit.
mm.
You need something like the Boys, like they change things, but it's for the better.
I know, not this weird. Like I feel like Marvel's getting to that point. I know we keep talking about Marvel a lot, but I mean, when all your mainstream media seems to be like 80% of media you look at is superhero based, like how you're not going to talk about it. Like whenever you look, it's just superhero, 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 or it's Disney. It's Disney, Disney, superhero, Disney, Disney. You know, there, and Disney just keeps, you know, because it's Marvel. Like everything's
That's why I'm sad Fox ever got bought, because they were the best part of the Marvel stuff there. Like, they had the good shit.
and it's just one
Fox
of those
had the
things.
X-Men. The X-Men movies were not the best, but they're still solid fucking movies.
People make what it is what you're looking at there is a pickles, popples.
Eagles.
People make different judgment calls. Some studios allow for risks where others are a bit more precarious. So that's where the fine line is. Some people are like, oh yeah, we like this idea, let's
Disney
go with it.
are definitely
Like they're finally
safety
starting.
netted.
They're finally starting to turn around and be not so safety netted by the looks of it. But it's a bit, you know, how long did you have to safety net? You know what I mean? Like how long did you have to safety net? And now it's just be like, oh, because Timmy's mum allowing this. We're like, oh, I guess because Timmy's mum's doing it, I guess we could kind of like allow it now. Like, why? You know what I mean? Like, it's just a
That's
bit.
why I like the albeit Warner Brothers has some shitty products lately, but like their stuff is no holds barred. Like
Mm,
you can put whatever you want into any of those films, TV stuff, fucking anything, as long as it fits.
mm,
Like look at Doom Patrol. That shit's fucking unhinged.
mm,
Disney would never do that.
mm.
Disney will never do any of the DC stuff because DC they take risk, but their writers know the source
Yeah.
for the most part.
Mm. Yeah.
Fuck you, Batman. Like that Batman getting the second one was like that's been rewritten how many fucking times now?
Well, that was like because that
Like,
was like that recent video I watched. It's an old video, but it was like it was of Kevin Smith when he was asked to like offer or he when he talked about when he like offered to write Superman because like he was given a bunch of different scripts and Superman was one of them. And it's like, well, you know, you can have a look at it, but like we can't really offer you anything because it needs to go through a tier of like people before we can sign it off. If it's something you can, you know, it's a high, you know, because high priority.
Superman is like DC like
And
poster boy. Like
this was the Nicolas Cage Superman movie, I think it was at the time.
fuck yeah, that was like 20 years ago.
And like yeah, because like the 90s and
Yeah, 30 years ago at this point.
he
Actually.
basically said, you know, because he read the script and he goes, this is, you know, this is horseshit. Like, what the fuck is this? And they're like, okay, and like he was saying like in this old interview, like he, you know, he said it was horseshit. Like, who wrote this? Someone's cousin. Like, you know, because it was how bad it was written. And then he, you know, went away and they called him up like, oh, can you come back? And it's like the same guy he spoke with. And it's like, here's another guy. It's like, tell them what you told me. And he goes, well, the script is horseshit. Who wrote it? Your cousin? And it's like, okay. And then he went away. And then they called him back again for another meeting. And it was the same two guys, but then a new third guy. And he had the same, and they went through and it got up to the high tier. And it came to like and he told him, yeah, it's just shit. So then that's, you know, and that's, I mean, shit writing's been around for years, but like, it's interesting,
But
like
someone's got to call it out. You've got to have someone to say no, that's bad. Don't. Which
that's it. Like,
I
it's
say
good.
Disney don't have that.
Like exactly, like
They'll put anything out. Look at Little Mermaid. Look at Snow White. Look at fucking half the shit they've done in the last 10 years.
that's clearly just like ticking a box.
Look at the live action movies. Like that shouldn't exist. To be
I know
honest,
it's so bad, but I know you might be like, oh, not again, not again. Why are you talking about this? It happens. It's real because it's a real
that's
thing.
what I'm calling that though. But
It's a real thing that happens, and people aren't talking about it. I'm sorry we keep maybe coming up back to it because it's a strong
which is
problem.
why I say like the best thing that ever happened to any superhero media right now is James Gunn and Safran. Like they're gonna
have you
clean
seen?
house now.
You know,
like,
I'm trying to avoid the trailer for the new Superman movies because I don't want to spoil anything. But I've seen a few.
I'm like, oh, I don't want
few
it,
things,
but I
and
want it,
there's a
but I
lot
don't.
of-
I don't know, like
because that was like
no
the new
offense to
Fantastic.
Zack Snyder, but he didn't embody Superman. His was he can't die, like invincible, like he can do anything.
It was very
Until
slapstick basic.
Batman touched him.
Yeah, it's very slap basic kind of. I tried
But
watching.
this one, like he can get fucked up. Like
Yeah, they're actually showing
Superman
that.
isn't invincible.
Mm,
He can die. Like
get injured, yes.
he can like fight and get injured and shit. Like he's not a man of steel. And
Like,
also, Superman shouldn't be able to fly. He can jump over buildings. He can't. He shouldn't be able to fly. It's like that was a later thing.
It's a whole process. It's a whole thing.
Like he learned how to do that.
I know. There's a lot. I know there's a lot that goes into these things that you got to break down. Really.
Also, I'm kind of against everyone's take on the new suit. It looks fucking good, I think, like the new Superman suit.
Again, people don't know what they're talking about because I've been watching people nitpick, and I'm like, you clearly don't know how a suit is made. And one, someone's got to make it.
Well, it's so baggy, which is made by his fucking.
Well, well, that's it. Not just that. This is a suit that someone's wearing. How do you think you can't just be making these magical suits up that someone's going to actually wear and not have it make sense? Like, it's being worn. Like what? And it's very reminiscent of the classic outfit, like the Christopher Reeve outfit. It's very reminiscent of that, and it's fucking amazing. But no, it's too much CGI.
That movie's gonna be so fucking good.
No, because I want to compare with that. What I want to compare with that slight little thing with this before we move on is Superman has an actual suit that's being worn. A lot of the suits in that film is actual suits being worn. You look.
I'm actually gonna. is he going to put it under his uniform, like under his work clothes?
Yeah.
Like, is he going to actually do it and just go?
He can actually do that, and he will.
Like, is he gonna do that though? That's the thing. Like,
Oh
at
no, he
some
will.
point,
He will. He 100% will, because this is
is he
very
going to come out of a phone box and do it?
and this is very reminiscent of Christopher Reeve's Superman. So a lot of that stuff's going to happen. I mean, we don't have phone boxes these days because it is set in a more like modern time.
No, but he's gonna like chuck the phone down and just like he's gonna do something like that.
It'd be like he could like step in an alley or a closet or something, like, or stop in, like, you know, he'll do something. It's clearly going to happen. Like, we're going to see that somewhere along the lines.
Right.
But what I want to compare with in the sense of this, like, before we move on, like, I want to compare this, is we've got literally Superman in one corner. That's a man with an actual suit. So this is comparable of what movies were coming out. And in the same time, we've got the Fantastic Four, but looks beautiful in the sense only that they're not real suits. A lot of the stuff is digital CGI. So what are you going to complain about? Actual costume that someone's wearing, or a CGI outfit?
About the Fantastic Four, because I think that movie is gonna be fucking horseshit.
Like, it looks like it does look like it's going to be somewhat decent.
The casting's just horrible for everyone.
But
the
suits are very like
Pascal should not be Richard.
Oh,
like,
I can see it, but I can see him doing it. But the way they're going for some of the things is a little too like almost forced again. Like, it looks good, but I've watched the later trailer and I'm like,
even the Johnny fucking actor,
trying a bit too hard.
That shouldn't be it. Like, none of the actors fit.
Like, they're too lighthearted. The characters they picked are too lighthearted. They don't have the seriousness. Like, they got Pedro, but like, he can be serious, like we've seen in Last of Us, but he's not serious. Like, what?
No,
because you gotta understand. Like, okay.
Because when I say Pedro now, it's the Nick Cage movie. Like, he's always happy.
Yeah. And like I said, the most serious we've seen of Pedro is the most serious I feel like we've seen in The Last of Us is like, you can't take Ellie away from me, like grumpy old dad.
Was overacted, I think.
But
like,
with Reed Richards, so I get where you're coming from with him not being out, because Reed Richards is kind of like if he gets angry, he's like, don't fucking touch my shit, I will break you. Like, he can be like
bullshit. Like,
he can be like peaceful and happy, but when it's like needs to be downtime,
back in the 2000s, like,
yeah, like, he can pull out the seriousness and be like, no, you stop there. And because he's smarter and stuff, but like, so he's a bit more like coy with his words and stuff. Like, he's very intelligent, but like, he would be like, no, I'll put my fucking foot down. This is not fun. And he can like snap in an instant and be super serious and very mature. Like,
and I don't think the new Johnny has the cockiness.
He doesn't. He's a lot more soft-hearted. He's more a lot softer. Like,
I'm just like, this is gonna be. I mean, people are gonna love it because it's Fantastic Four and they've run since like 2016.
The new Johnny is kind of a teddy bear in the sense he's kind of like a soft-hearted character. He's not like that.
Which,
because he's not a player. Like, they're taking away from that, but at the core, I know things have changed and there's that whole, political sense. You can still have that slight cockiness. You can do that without being sexist. You know what I mean? You can still be
like how Chris Evans was, like,
still be a player party boy without being the
cockiness,
sexist. Like, like that, just that slight cockiness you need to have. Like we
saw had in Deadpool and Wolverine. That was fucking Johnny. Like,
yeah, but like, they've got him too soft and lighthearted. Because he's more of like a, hey guys, I'm the Human Torch. Like, oh, let me, and he's more the type like. So you like, okay, so this is a comparable. You've got like old Johnny Storm, be like, hey, Marshmallow, ha, that kind of Johnny Storm, and then you've got like you've got a marshmallow, kind of, let me blow a fire onto your.
Like, this is not offense to any of the actors, actresses, but like, this movie needs to
even the
bomb or something, because Disney needs to.
I mean, it's hard. Marvel, like, it sucks to say bomb because
it needs to bomb. Like, people are like, yeah, I'm like, no.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean though. Like, I know exactly what you mean. I know what you're getting at. I know, like, I just hate to see things.
We needed to learn finally. Like,
I know. I hate to see things bomb because then I feel bad for the people behind the scenes that worked on it.
I feel bad for them, but it needs to happen at some point.
That's what I'm saying. I know what you mean.
Same as Star Wars needs to fucking do shit numbers.
Yeah.
Then they'll go back to what worked.
I know, but.
Or just stop it completely for a while.
Like I said, I haven't watched much of the Fantastic Four. And the last trailer I watched, I'm like, the other biggest thing too is the thing.
I don't think the thing should be like it should be a gruff and grizzly and
That's what I mean. Like they gave him a beard. He's got a beard, which is
what?
funny. Yeah, there's a scene where he has a stone beard, which makes funny. Which is the funny thing. So this is the funny thing, right? So the design they have of the thing looks goofy without like because he already looked kind of goofy. They clearly made it like that because he's meant to have the beard, and the beard complements the model. Because he literally has the beard, he looks like normal like us. If we were to shave, we'd have baby face, and that's basically what the model's designed as. Is the thing without the beard has the baby face that he has with the no chin, but then when he has the beard, it looks like his face is made for a beard. Like, why the fuck would you design that? Like, he's stone. The fact that he's stone. Okay, this is what gets me. Okay, this is
He had
from
his
a fan.
eyebrows because it was there, but like
This
that's
is-
all he had
okay.
was his stone eyebrows.
So this is from a fan line perspective. If the thing can grow a beard, that means
With his
though,
hair.
in that same essence, not just necessarily hair or why can't he have hair, is he can actually he can terraform his own body. That means he can shift and shape. Why does he have a baby face to begin with? He's stone. He should have a chiseled face. No pun
That's why I
intended.
like the old one because
Yeah.
like he's mean, menacing, and
Like-
not like the thing shouldn't be approachable
Exactly.
from random people. Like he shouldn't be like, oh look at this. Like it's like what is that? Like,
It's exactly. It's meant to be disturbing because he's a
why
pile of
the
walking
thing-
stone.
is disturbed because even he thinks of himself like that because everyone else does, and that's why he's angry.
Yes.
This one's here like cooking fucking
So, I mean,
Sunday morning breakfast.
There are
and
things
shit,
we
like,
can break down, and
what?
I find the movie very fucking frustrating. 100%. But at the same time,
Yeah,
it's very, yeah.
There so many fans who were like, "Yay!"
It's just, yeah. It's one of those things. But anyway, let's move on from that.
Another one.
Move on from that because we're getting at talk with Pedro
Yeah.
and the other actors I can't remember. Even though I wanted like to say their names because then it would come up in our transcript of all the actors we mentioned. Name some random actors right now so we can fill up our transcript. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I don't know why. Kevin Hart.
Nick Cage. I don't
Nick
know.
Cage. We said Nick Cage. Pedro
Bruce
Pascal.
Willis. I don't know. I don't fucking
Bruce
know.
Willis. I always love doing that. I always love doing that. Seeing how many we can fill up in our transcript. I think it only must hold like 15. 15 actors.
Phil Spencer.
Phil Spencer.
Uh,
No, he doesn't come up. He's not like in that category to come up.
Oh. Oh, gee, he's not that important. enough?
No, he's not that important enough to be coming up in the.
He's a
in the
CEO.
category.
He's a CEO of Xbox. What the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, they might change it, but no, usually it's just actors.
Which there is a rumor about Xbox that currently going around.
Yeah.
Up to 2,000 devs have been cut.
Yeah.
Not devs, but like Xbox employees. Oh, that's a fucking lot.
I
So if
know.
it's true, it's going to happen. If not, then it's a good thing. But I feel sorry for these devs, man. Or whoever getting laid off.
Weird notifications.
Sad.
I know, it's crazy that they keep going for them. And this is for the financial year, too.
Yeah, because someone had a good point. They're like, yeah, let's spend like all that money to buy Activision Blizzard, and then get rid of all the other.
So they
Let's
cut
get
down,
everyone else.
either cutting down employees from
You're a
those that.
fucking idiot. Like, why would you go after them if you're just gonna cut?
I know. So you buy them just to buy them. Then you're either going to cut employees that worked for Activision.
Which
Or-
obviously the Game Pass money's not working. The Call of Duty money's not working.
Devs
because
have
they're
already
still-
been talking about that, constantly saying that it's not working. The
Yeah,
money from
we've said it since the fucking. Well, I have since the
yeah,
fucking start.
Game Pass doesn't make
I-
profits. You're okay.
And they wonder why they're getting laid off.
Okay, this is the funniest post I say. This is why I saw this earlier today. It fucking made me laugh because these Xbox fans are so dumb with their logic. It fucking
Yeah.
it cracks me up, and especially when they try and play the whole.
Then again, you can't blame them when you look at the fucking management of Xbox.
I know, but even then they're like, when anyone tries to correct them, they go, "Oh, you're just a sad Sony pony." It's just like, okay, bro, like I didn't see if anyone replied to my comment, but I was just reading all the other people's comments, being like Sony's crying all the stuff. I'm like, where's your logic? Because they're talking about how the whole Xbox app thing is incorporating the whole Steam crossover, so the Xbox app can launch PlayStation games. Like that nonsense, but like, okay, but like, do they not listen to their own logic? okay, what are you running your Xbox app on? What is that? It's a PC, right?
Right.
What is the majority operating system?
Windows.
Windows. Who owns Windows? Microsoft.
Microsoft.
And it's just like, and you're going all
Right.
like, oh,
Right.
Xbox win, haha, Sony guys, we get to launch your games on the Xbox app. You do realize Sony had already been giving their Sony IPs to a system that is Microsoft owned to run. Like, where you not like your machine PC is a Windows device because by default you're running Microsoft, so that is now a Windows device, a Microsoft device. If you're running Apple iOS, it would be a Mac device. If it was Linux, it'd be a Linux device.
Right.
You know, ergonomics. You know, like it's a Windows device. You could have already been playing PlayStation games, which they have been on a PC, which is you know, and they're just all like, "Oh, this is a win for Xbox. Sucks to be Sony now that there's all this like, what do you think you were doing? Like, it's
Also,
been
do they not realize the selection of games that are on PC and that stuff that's been out for like a decade?
that's what I mean. Like, there's Sony
it.
games that are on PC that have been out for like, but because it's on the Xbox app, like these Xbox like bots don't even acknowledge that Xbox is
They still can't play Bloodborne. They still can't play a lot of other ones.
But the thing is like, Xbox is owned by Microsoft. Like, you can't correlate a simple connection. That's 1 degree of Kevin Bacon. Like, that's literally it. 1 degree, maybe 2 degrees at
I
most.
just can't wait for. There's no offense to the Xbox, like Phil Spencer and that, but they just need to just shut Xbox down, like, and just go third party, like just make for everything.
It possibly is looked like it's going that way though. Like, that's what's
They
going to
already
end up
are.
happening. Like, it's gonna, yeah, they're gonna like stop doing everything. I'm kind of curious.
But again, Game Pass ain't working, so they might get rid of that. Because they're hemorrhaging fucking money. That's why they're laying off like 1,000 to 2,000 more people. Apparently, that is a lot of people that they won't have. Like, that is a lot of developers and just staff that the Xbox company had 10,000. If they're off another $2,000, that's 4,000 to 5,000 gone. That's half their fucking workforce, nearly. And why? Because they went and bought Activision fucking Blizzard. They can't afford their own shit. Even because Microsoft won't pay for it. Because like that Xbox money is Xbox money. Like, Microsoft aren't really supporting Xbox anymore. I don't think.
Yeah, here's the post. I'll reread that post. So, seeing PlayStation IPs on an Xbox-owned app is now possible. What is 2025? The new beta for the Xbox PC app allows you to play Steam games that you have installed. This means you can jump into like it's. Like,
yeah, that's on PC though. Like, what?
Like,
they're already on PC.
That's what I mean. It's like, why would you launch the Xbox app to launch your Steam when you can just go into your Steam to launch your PlayStation games? But again, you're already on a PC, which is a Windows device. Like,
Also, I think it's funny that I bet you PlayStation are making a PlayStation launcher for all the games. I bet you. So they'll be off Steam and that, or they probably have the one that already on Steam, but the new one to be on the PlayStation store. I bet they have the store coming over to PC. No fucking doubt. And then as soon as that Xbox stuff comes out, they'll be like, "Oh, what? You can't play them anymore? You got to get the PlayStation launcher." That'd be fucking hilarious.
this dude trying to be all funny thing and laughing. It's just like,
I just think,
but this is another one. This is another funny part. It's like, wait, I don't know where the comment gone. I can't have lost the comment, but there was someone else that clearly was trying to be like, yeah, but the beta testing, like, PlayStation games will soon enough be accessible through the Xbox because the whole app crossover from Steam on the consoles because they're going to implement it. Yeah, I get that. Like, yeah, we get that.
Sony can block that.
No.
They can block their games going over there. Though.
No, but this is okay. No, but let me progress this before saying that. It's like, okay, so the Xbox is going to have the Steam app, which then you can access your PlayStation games, but you're still playing it through the Steam app, right? So listen, you're playing Xbox games through the Steam app to play PlayStation, but then PlayStation is literally getting Xbox games converted over that we can put in our machine via disc and play them or download, while you have to access them via a different service.
Like, but they've still got to buy them first.
That's what I mean. So you got to buy it from Steam to then access your Steam library to then play it on Xbox.
I don't get why just don't have a PC at that point.
That's because that's what they're trying to do.
If you're using Steam through a handheld or an Xbox.
Yeah, that's what I know.
I don't think Steam's gone on the Xbox. I really don't think that is.
But even if it does,
because then it can't be it would have to be a modified. It has to be literally a PC because to have.
No, you can. It's an app. You can. It's not that hard.
Yeah, no, you can, but simple. It's convoluted way to have
at
Steam.
The end, but at the end of the day, though, you can have no. Okay, no, but this is the thing, though. This is the other funny thing is you can have Steam launch on your Xbox, right? But Steam is only going to be able to play the games that have controller support. They're not going to be able to play anything else. Like,
true.
You have your
Xbox. That's still limited.
So
a lot of games don't have controller support.
So then the other thing is too is if you do have that and doesn't have controller support, has keyboard and mouse. Yes, you can plug your keyboard and mouse into the PC. But how many Xbox? But how many people are going to be plugging their keyboard and mouse into their Xbox to access the Steam to then download? Like, if you've got a Steam library, you've clearly got a PC. I'm sorry. Yeah. Like, no matter what, if you've got a Steam account and you've got a Steam library, like, okay, actually no.
For last
right fucking now.
Years, like,
I'm gonna say this right fucking now. I'm going to put my foot down and actually going to make a complaint right now to all these fuckers out here right now. Why? Because half of these people that are all talking about this are the exact same people that bitched about Helldivers having to sign in to a fucking PlayStation account on their fucking systems because they couldn't want to sign up to a PlayStation account. Yet these would be the same fuckers that be like, we're getting Steam on Xbox and we can access all these games on our Xbox. How the fuck do you think you're going to access this shit? You need to link fucking accounts. Couldn't you fucking do that with your fucking PlayStation Steam account?
Because I had to do that with Grounded on my PS5. I had to link to my Microsoft account.
Exactly. Where's the uproar for that? Like, everyone fucking complained about Helldivers doing it because, PlayStation.
Like, I don't bitch about signing into shit because it's needed. Like, you have because it's online.
And that's literally the point. If you're, and like I said, like, you had the Xbox app. You accessing the Xbox app, which then you got to sign into your Steam account. So this is even more layers. So if you want to play God of War, you've got to have your PlayStation account signed in linked to your Steam account. But then to play the Xbox Steam, you got to then have your Xbox signed into your Steam account, which is then signed into your PlayStation account. Like, at that point, you've already made a PlayStation account. And this whole effort of doing all this to prove a point, why not just buy a PlayStation? Like, what the fuck?
That's why I said you just need a PlayStation, PC, and Game Pass. If you like Game Pass so much, you can buy a budget PC, not a budget, but mid-range PC for not a bad price. Play all your stuff on it.
Too many fucking steps.
Everything. It's all in one fucking spot.
I'm overdoing. I'm literally I can deal with my kids like this. It's fucking stupid. The logic makes no sense. I'm gonna actually talk about that. Fucking Max today.
Oh no.
This fucking kid had no this is his logic. We're gonna move on because I'm just reading about that too much. And I want to talk about this before we go on to the other stuff. So his logic, no. This is the most kiddest fucking logic that makes no fucking sense. Like, it makes you, when you go like, what the fuck, how does a kid think? You know when they say, like, the kids say the darndest things? This is Max, He does the darndest things. So, we will sit there watching the Minecraft movie, because it's now out, on streaming, and, my mum got back and she decides to cut up apples, like apple slices for the kids. She gives a bowl to Jack, gives a bowl to Max, and they're sitting there, and he's like, no, I don't want it. And then he's like adamant, he doesn't want it. Jack's like, okay, I'll have mine. And then he gets up and I'm like, I'll take it. Like, I'll eat the apples. And he's just, because he's so adamant on that he doesn't want it, no one's getting it. And I'm like, just give me the fucking bowl. I'll eat it. And then Al's like, yeah, I'll have the pieces. And he walks into the kitchen, puts it on the bench. That's it. And then Al goes, well, where's my, I could have eaten the piece. So he comes back to the couch and he's sitting there next to Jack. And he starts grabbing Jack's bowl and he's like reaching into it. He's trying to pinch his apple slice. I'm like, why are you trying to pinch his apple slice for? Like, you've had your own, right? And it's like, and he's just like, it's like, what are you trying to do? And he's just like, oh, it gets bad. And then he goes over to Al, and then because we're sitting on the couch, and she's got like on the couch, she's like got a blanket on because she's cold. So he just grabs the blanket, rips it off, and just tangles himself around the blanket. I'm like, why did you take the blanket for? He's like, no, he's like rambling on, but I don't understand his rambles. Like, he can speak fine, but he's just rambling on. So I'm like, fine, whatever, I'll get up, go in the kitchen, grab the apple slices, and then I'm like eating the apple slice, and I go, here's Mac's apple slice. And then he goes, okay, you can have your blanket back now. It's like, because he's like, you got your apple slice, you can have your blanket back. It's like, what? I was like, what? Like, that's what he like, I'm like,
yeah, there's no logic in that.
I'm like, what? I was like, oh! I'm like, I'm gonna have a system shut down right now. It's like,
there's no logic since the apple slice to begin with.
Yeah, because she's got no apple slice and she can't have it. Like, she's not allowed to have the blanket. But because I gave her the apple slice, she's like, you can have your blanket back now. It's like what? Okay, kid, sorry. Like, apparently you make the rules. Apparently, or something. I don't know, the blanket rules or something. I was like, only people with apple slices get blankets. I don't know.
Like, I can't have it. I don't want it, so you can't have it. Like,
yeah, I don't want it. You want it, but you shouldn't have it because I don't want it. Like,
yeah, kids do and say the weirdest shit, don't they? That's
so random, so freaking random. So yeah, I don't know.
It's only a worry if they do that another 10 years from now.
Oh, it's just so random. I was like, oh, I'm trying to watch Minecraft movie and I've missed half because everything's going on in my brain. Oh, it's good to watch it again, but I was like, oh, I just missed so many of my favorite moments from the Minecraft movie.
Right.
But no, so but yeah, so that happened, and I was like, I'm completely confounded, like brain fart, shut down. I was like, oh, have an aneurysm, embolism. I don't know.
I would have just toned it out. Just went whatever.
But yeah, but anyway,
what is letting go?
Yeah, so that was something. That was definitely something like, this kid's gonna test me for the rest of my life. I can already see it happening. Like, oh, he was putting to test me.
You'll be put into a fucking comatose state because of him at some point.
Oh, honestly, I'm scared.
You should sound like.
I don't even know. It's my kid. I don't even know. But anyway, that was that. But other things, like I said, starting from the start of the podcast with everything going positive. So like, we're kind of coming circle before we move on to the other stuff that I want to talk about. I don't know if there's anything you really want to talk about. I've kind of just jacked everything as well. So this has been a kind of like I said, YouTube. I've been focusing on that. I want to cut around that, so I've got like more focus going. So basically, what I was going to get at from the start was creativity. Was my projection has been a bit more focused and putting that work in for creativity, and which is good that I've been trying to think of ways to be creative and put some effort into stuff like creating effort,
right?
And trying to think of like what I could do, and I feel like I've been, in my sense of being achieved and goals that I kind of want to do, I've been more rewarded lately with my art stuff than a few other people have been.
Nice.
As like, talking to the person that won the first prize, they were saying it's been good. Like, it's kind of like nothing's really changed in the sense like it's kind of cool, but kind of like it's a bit of a struggle with trying to do the whole process because they're on a different level of process now, where they're like, which is kind of thing that was in sense kind of like talked about, that if you get given grants stuff and like you got to like go through the process, which is true.
Yeah, that's a lot to think about. Like,
it's a load, yeah. Well, not really a load. Like, you have a
scrambled.
Yeah, because you have like a grant allowance as well, and you got to like when you want to like do certain projects, you apply for like, because that's basically what it is. Like, there's a lump sum grant allowance, so then you technically apply for what you want to take the money out for, and that's designated for you to work on that project. So you're like, oh, I need to get this amount of supplies. Can I take this amount of stuff? They'll write it off for you, and then they'll give you the funds to like go. So there's that whole limit of like, yeah, you've got the funds there for winning, but you're limited on how you can process that with what you can do it with. Based on
it's just going to be for your art.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
and like that's like interesting there. I was like, okay, and then and then the people have talked because I've talked to a few people about like I didn't really win, but it wasn't really about winning in the sense of winning. Like it was the
No,
winning for
it's
me.
about the
Yeah,
experience.
and
Like,
that was for me having my art in the gallery, which I have talked about in the previous episodes. Like having my art in the gallery is a win for me.
right?
Like that was my win. Like I wasn't expecting more from that, and I've talked about like doing some stuff, and
That's why
I
expectations are always bad.
yeah, and like I've always had
You
like a
never
dream, like
never expect.
yeah, and I had a goal. That was one of my goals to always have, my work, which I've talked about, in a gallery, and yeah, I've done that. So, and I have mentioned to a few people, like I don't know, maybe try and go further with these things. I don't know what I could do, maybe workshop or something like that, and work up some ideas or figure out where to go next. How do I want to reach out, do my stuff.
Right?
And a couple of days ago, I'd gotten a email from the gallery,
Ooh.
and they reached out to me and said, "We've got an event coming up. Would you want to run a workshop that we have on?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" Like, it's like it's only for an hour, and I was like, "Yeah, yeah, that's easy. I'm gonna. Well, I know there's the event on because it's like the launch, because I've already got a piece in for that exhibit they're doing another exhibit for, because the anniversary like of the gallery and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, I've already done a piece, and they've already used my piece as advertisement in their recent newsletter for the whole gallery reminder that's coming up. So again, I got my art shared in the public eye with my name mentioned, like again, not just that I've got a piece in the gallery, that like I'm again with this promoted, it's been used for promotion work. And then that now that they've reached out to me to run the workshop, and it went from being like, oh, can you run this for an hour? We'll pay you X amount for this, for your time. To and I said I was going to go either way. And for me, technically, something like that isn't much of a bother. I'd theoretically almost do it for free, basically. It's just the experience for me is like the fun, but legalities of things anyway. Um,
Yeah.
and I was like, okay, yeah, like either way, I'm like, yeah, I'll be happy to help out because yeah, I was going to go either
Yeah, they're
way.
covering their own asses there.
Yeah, yeah. So they're going to follow the cross the I's, T's, do all the things. So it's going to be a process to it. So um, I figured I was going to go all day anyway, just check out the whole event, and just link around and just experience the vibe and see what's going on and stuff. And then I said, yep, down with that. Like, okay, we'll get in contact with you. And then they hit me up with another email going, we just got a legality of this, you're going to get this. I'm like, yep, understandable. So I had to apply for a public liability insurance for myself. So it was being like
Yep.
so I'm like, yep, makes sense. So I had to do that. So I sorted that out, which is surprisingly cheap. About what they sent me some information, and in the press we were like, we'll give you 2 hours of work. We'll pay you for 2 hours instead of an hour.
Ooh,
So there's
dang.
an hour, like there's a prep time, and then the actual
Event.
workshop time. And I'm
Mm.
like, okay, like, yeah, sure, like, cool, yeah, something. It's like,
Right?
I'm like, yeah, like I'm very confused, very like, I guess, like, I don't know, like, I guess I'll see what happens. Like, is this just a workshop with a group of people
Right?
that's possibly up to like X amount participants? And I'm like, sweet. I guess I just sit there and maybe talk some stuff and give advice on how to paint
Right?
and just guide people, I guess. I'm like, it's not that hard, but I'd be kind of curious to see what it's like. And
Just don't do what you did on the award night.
the award night. So,
Like, because God knows how many people can even be there for it. Like, it could be fucking like 100. Like,
that's it. And the other thing is too, this is the other trap that got me as well, which was kind of surprising to me, is there was another event that happened. It was at the gallery the other week, and it was an Indigenous event. I think I talked about it last week. And oh no, it was no, it would have been following. I can't remember now. Where when I was there, either way, when I was there at the gallery, like people were like looking at the artwork that was on for that other event, and I had a few people, looking around. They're like, "Oh," they saw my artwork, and they're like, "Oh." I was like, "Oh, is this part of the thing?" I said, "No, like it's not part of the whole other exhibition." They're like, "Oh," because they were like going to vote for my work.
it was just a coincidence that it's
Yeah, that's the Indigenous work as
there for that
well.
event. Like,
But like people were going to vote on my artwork for the
right?
People's Choice Awards, but I'm like, it's not even part of this, and people were like impressed by my work, and I'm like, I find satisfaction out of my paintings, but like to me at the same time, it feels kind of, I don't know, a little bit to me. I feel like it's I think it's the fun whimsical because it feels childish. Because it's meant to be childish in the sense because it's meant to be
Yeah.
friendly and welcoming and for kids and not feel like so scary. But sometimes when I look at it, I feel it not necessarily beneath me, but it feels like I could do better. Like it's just, but again, that might just be judging myself and thinking like I can always do better, I can always do better, I can always better. Like and not like, but I am appreciative like where my set was. Like with my artwork, I'm very satisfied. But I don't know. I just think I must be just seeing it from a different perspective and judging myself for it. But it was good to see that because I've never had this level of interest in my artwork before, like the way this is. People are like really invested in it and appreciating it, and, like wanting to know
Yeah.
about it. Like I've never had that before, so seeing it so much lately, it's just been very weird. That there's all this attention, and I'm like, it's just art. It's just I've just painted shit from my brain, and just like it's just on it's blur.
Right.
Like it's just yeah, like it just took me hours and plenty of hours. And I love fucking doing it, but like it's just me doing what I do. Like it's just weird in the sense,
Right.
but like because when we had the thing, I ended up doing like multiple like incense artist talks because there's so many people. Because I'd be like, oh yeah, that's my work by the way, because I was being cheeky while I was there with all the people. They'd like, oh, what's it about, you know? And I'd sit there and I'd explain what I was going with, and people were enjoying it and really fascinated by the whole concept and everything. And I'm like, okay, like it's weird because like it's people again, like it's letting people in and people are enjoying, like actually strangers actually really like enjoying me, you know, in the sense it's like this. I'm not used to
Right.
that. Like it's just a very strange experience because I'm like I am me, but like I don't expect people to like me or like what I'm doing. Like I just do. Like that's the thing. Like I just do. I don't expect anything back from it.
That's what you can do. Like you just do it, and
And that's why it's weird, like feeling that like people are liking it and
you
then
get that
complimenting me for it.
recognition. Like
Yeah, it's just like I don't expect recognition. I don't ask for recognition. I like it. I just do. I just love doing. I just love being, like creating, and that's why like I love. I like people to see it, but I'm not expecting to actually be like I said with my YouTube video. Like I just want people to see it. I'm not expecting people to like it, like actually like it and like comment and stuff and like really get like really like I like you know. I just want people to
so,
see it.
otherwise you would say like, comment, blah blah blah. But
Yeah, like it's one of those things that we just do it because it's just for shits and gigs because I find it funny.
right.
but yeah, well, I'll use an excuse. Yeah, if you're this far in the podcast, why don't leave a like and subscribe. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Like
And click on that there.
like I'm fine. Like with a million eyes walking into the gallery looking at the work. Like that's more than happy for me. Like I find that perfectly fine. And it's just that there's the next step where people actually want to send the compliments and appreciate it. It's just like, stay away. like it's like yeah, it's like I like it's that fine line of like I want the like I like the eyes on it. Like I like that attention. I just yeah, it's just it's a weird thing. It's just I don't know, it's a weird spot. It's a weird circle of events. I don't know. It's just strange. Just to
No,
yeah,
it is getting recognition. Like if you're not seeking it, and then it happens, it's like you
yeah.
kind of it's like, how do I respond?
Because like that's like the same thing. It's like when the one of the judges, like I said, I think I've
Get my
mentioned
jumper real
previously,
quick.
said
Yeah.
like I said when I did my talk and I shot myself in the foot, and then I did the other one again, just from bringing people up again, and then when I did my second time, actually in front of people, I did a better talk, and then the guy who was one of the judges literally said to someone else, if he did that speech during the whole panel judgment thing, like it might have been better. But I'm like.
Right.
I mean, I'm like that though. I shoot myself in the foot. I learn from my mistakes of what I said wrong, and improve the second time because I go, okay, I should have said that, but I've done that. Oh well, too bad, so sad. Don't do that next time. Like, don't give up. Just don't do that again. Like, that's what I'm like. I'm always like that. It's like,
learn from it.
yeah, it's like don't because like people always give us like, well, I've learned not to try that. It's not stopping that. It's just don't do that approach. You know, or at least that approach for that group. Like each
Right.
approach is different for each group, but it's just yeah, I was very awkward and nervous, and that's what I did. I had the nerves come out. Unfortunately, the nerves came out the first time doing it. Unfortunately, and then it was like I already burnt them out the second time. So when the second time came around, when I was in a bigger crowd of people, because I went from 4 people to like 15, 20 people, I'm sitting in front of. So then, but I'd already broke the nerves that first time was shaved away, so then it was less the second
It would
time.
have felt like when you went to an assembly in school
Yeah,
and
and I've never
the
been.
warden up there like,
Like I said, I'm fine talking in front of a camera. Like, if I'm being myself, I'm fine being myself and being goofy retarded. Like, I'm fine with that.
right?
But when it's trying to be a bit more formal, I'm fucking horrible at formal. That's what I'm saying with my YouTube videos. Like, I want to try and, like, when I'm doing stuff, like, that's what I'm basically expressing with my YouTube videos I've been doing lately, is, like, I can do stuff, but, like, doing a basic unboxing that I'm doing is too formal. I need to have that weird wackiness to it to make
Right.
it, like, and that's what I mean,
It's
like,
you need twist. Like it's just
yeah.
you need it to feel comfortable. Like
Yeah, so I'm like, I gotta try and figure out how do I add that, I guess, into a public speaking form. Like the podcast, I can do weird shit, blah, 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 you know.
yeah, because we could be ourselves on air. Like,
But like, imagine talking in front of people, but like, today assembly we call you because we got the mayor of Singapore coming in. He's gotta be mine, you know. People be like, what the fuck is he on about? Like, to me, like, okay, that's fine. Like, it's in a space on YouTube or in a video, it's fine. Oh, you know. But if you're in an assembly hall and you just go, you know, you're like, what the fuck is going on here? You know, I can't. And it's like, I need to find that. Where's that fine line that I can be a little bit like that? In that
It's
sense,
not really a fine line. It's just whatever you feel comfortable with. But then it's like you don't take it to 11.
I know. Do I start doing the fucking Rasputin dance? Like, do I start bobbing around? Like, where do I find that fine line of like what
Is
can I
it
do?
fucking it's the Tropic Thunder thing.
Yeah,
Never go full retard.
yeah,
Like,
that's exactly it. I think if I can get that point where I'm being more comfortable, so I can be a little bit flip-doopsy. Maybe I need to, like, if I'm doing stuff like a talk, maybe have like the little extending hand with a little finger on the point, and be like, ha ha, you know, I can, like a sword, I can like do things and like talk and be like, you know, fidget a little bit, have things to help me fidget, you know, in the sense that it like keeps me going. So I don't know, it's just one of those things. I think that's my biggest issue is because I'm very expressive. Like, I like being expressive. I'm in a state I need to be expressive in the sense because I talk with my hands, but I'm always exaggerative with my body and my hands, and I do stuff in a... And if it gets too plain, it needs to be exaggerative in some way, and it needs to be broken up because I hate, like, that simple, like, blah, 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 blah. Because I kind of like that a little bit because in my latest video I've got scheduled for next week, it goes up next Friday, I had to make a script for it. Because I was giving I'm doing like an information kind of video, and I grabbed information from Google and different sources and reworded it to make it feel a bit more me. But still, even then, I'm trying to say it because I know when I'm trying to say words, I get lost in words. So that's why I needed a script to kind of keep me in track with the information that I want to give. But then trying to make it come across, still me being expressive, is hard because like I need to say set information. Because the podcast knows when you listen to me on the podcast, I can ramble the fuck on and loop myself around and do backflips and kickflips and fucking summon a fucking dragon demon.
Kickflips.
Like, I feel like I'm necromancing sometimes. You know, summoning some shit. Like, but when you've got to give out information, you need to be key point shit. So I've had to like, I'm watching myself over, and I kind of look robotic, but they're not robotic, and it's fucking. I want to show you some of this. I will show you some of the stuff I did after the podcast. I do want to show you this video. It's a very short. Because what I'm wanting to do is I want to give videos that give information, like a documentary style thing, but in very short form. Like this video I did is only like 5 minutes long, but I want to be able to get the information that conveys, like, you know, when you like watch anything kind of like documentary or like the history of something. You know, like, or, you know, how did this song get discovered, or how did this, like, come about? But you watch those, and they're, like, half an hour, 20 minutes, 40, you know, kind of, like, telling you the whole ins and outs. Like, I had an idea when I did this video, like, I want that, but, like, I want to cut the shit out. Don't need the bullshit, don't need the crap, just give me the information that I kind of want to know and move on my day kind of thing. So it ended up being, like, a 5-minute video.
No bullshit is roughly like maybe 10-second video. Like that's a no bullshit thing. Like
yeah, I mean,
done.
Yeah, and so that's basically what I've got. Because there's no way. I mean, there's no way to fit like 20,000 words in 10 seconds. I can tell you that now. You know, like, but like you gotta.
No, but that is no bullshit. It's like, oh, this song came out, it got big, done.
Yeah, so and it's like I said, it's like because I called it like it's like a mini deep dive. So it's like fleshing out the whole kind of history, backstory, connections, blah blah. Trying to tie it a thing, but not having it so long. And I was just like, yeah, but it's still so much work just for like 5 minutes. I spent so much time. Like it's technically spent me
That's what I
days.
said. Those ones you do it for like an hour and a half, an hour, like fucking proper to them.
Yeah, because like doing a podcast like
Like
this,
they
yeah,
have
we do.
pages of stuff.
Like I
Like
said,
fucking shit.
Because like I said, we do it a podcast. Like this is just us talking shit straight off our minds. Like that's fine, simple. But that's why when you got like these kind of things, documentary style stuff in a sense, that's why you have writers, you've got editors, they curate stuff, and then you just sit there in the camera and booth, you just read the script out, but then you got to like memorize the script.
Yeah, like what Morgan Freeman does.
Yeah, but then you got someone else that's editing it. But here's me doing all that work. That's like I recorded footage with just for just audio's sake. Then I've placeholdered that. Then come back and then had to re-overlay some of the audio, like because I've got to recut it with actual video of me talking. I do so much stuff, and I'm just like, oh, I like doing so much stuff and edit all these videos. And I thought I had more videos than what I did. I'm like, what the fuck? So I had to do more work. That's what I've been doing most of the day. Was just going back over refilming stuff, specifically finding the one shirt that I had that I'd already worn because it continuity reasons. Yeah, so I had to go. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much just to make it seem flush because yeah, it's taken days. Because I started doing that. Then I did the other unboxing video that I've already got up now. Then I came back to this video. That's the other thing too. Is like I backburned this video to work on technically 2 other videos. So when I was writing the script for this video, I did the PS3 video, and then sort out and then did this other unboxing video, and then still work
Right.
like it's been so but at the same time it feels like annoying, but I feel satisfied. Like I feel like I did something, like because I did, and I curated and I got some information. Like it's literally just useless facts. Like in the sense of the way I've done the video is kind of like a useless facts video. But I want to kind of go down that path. I'm thinking and do more of it. But it's just like it is a lot of work. But it feels like the work's more curated because I'm putting more back into it. So, yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna play around with that a bit more on my channel. So, but anyway, I'm just rambling. I'm gonna shut down. My nose is blocking up. Luke, I got the one.
Actually heard like the last 20 minutes. You just talk a bit nasally.
Yeah, it's getting very choked. And then come and go. But yeah, so I might as well talk about the stuff. The unboxing video, and the thing. So that's my haul for the week. The thing. My videos there. Jim's already seen the inside of it. Watched the video, but I will open it again for you guys so you can see. Otherwise, I could just be like, go check my video if you want to watch it. Like most people do.
That is a good thing. They just show them and just don't open it. It's like you gotta go.
Oh yeah, go look at the video. I do that. Link the video in the description or something. Yeah, that's all you're gonna get.
Do it.
So you're gonna get. Go look at my video to see what else is up with this. Yeah, I'll do that. Thanks, Jim.
Right.
That's you're not gonna get this time. The Instagram will get it late. Get some photos of this. Otherwise, check out the Instagram. If you're not gonna check out the link to my YouTube video that has this, you can check it out on Instagram, which will have the photo. I'll do a breakdown photo of the Insta.
Right. And also for the price of that's fucking cheap.
$89.
Is it?
$89.95 I paid for that.
That's not freaking bad.
79? 89. Yeah, 89.
I thought it was less than that.
No, it's a decent price, but they've done a lot of work to it. Because they got quality of life gameplay enhancements to improve your experience.
Yeah.
I like how they go brand new trophies.
Hey?
It says brand new trophies.
But there was never trophies on the PS2.
That's why I laugh about it. It's like brand new trophies. It's like, never had trophies.
No, but the way they worded that was a bit weird.
But yeah, what is JB? Yeah, I paid $89.
Oh, no. PS5. I think JB's out of them now, so I can't see it on there. I have to order that sometime soon too, because it looks fantastic. It is a good game.
You got to get onto it because it is a limited release.
Yep.
So that's why I pre-ordered it. I was like, nah, I'm pre-ordering where I could pre-order it. It was like mainly.
They also just revealed their Turok trilogy is getting a physical for PS5 and Switch.
Yes. Oh, I know I saw that. I was like, ooh.
$84 actually.
Yeah.
That's what it is on Switch. 84.
Oh, my nose. Why does it always do this? It always do this. I'm serious believing that I'm allergic to the podcast. I don't know why it does it.
because they have it too. So
I don't know why I get nasally. Any other time I can sit there doing stuff, drinking, whatever, I'm fine. When I'm not on the podcast, I'm fine. But when it comes to the podcast, is it maybe an anxious thing? Like a stress thing?
why are you stressed on the potty?
I don't know why, but like, is there some part like a stress thing? Because I know certain things can like. Is it because like the overexcitement is like stressful in a sense?
I just found out. Doom the Dark Ages Collector's Edition is still at EB for $340.
Yeah, not many people bought those.
I want that fucking Doom guy statue. And this fucking steelbook with the fucking key card. Like the
I don't know why it
key
does
card.
it.
I didn't know that was still a thing. Like I thought, oh, it's out of stock there, but you get it home delivered. Like been down. The thing is 90 at EB, so probably was only like 70 something. That would be the same price, would it? At EB and JB. Death Stranding 2 is $25. Death Stranding 2, boy. $125. That's insanity, isn't it? Death Stranding 2, $125. This is no offense to Kojima. Man, that's fucking expensive. This is on the fucking price of games now. Like that is over $100 for a game. Just shouldn't be a thing here.
Oh, it actually is a thing.
Yeah, I know. Like all the PS5 games are $125 at EB. At JB, they're 99. Well, Death Stranding 2 is 99 there. So you buy it from JB. But nowhere else.
I was talking about the
Yeah.
the sinus thing. The sinus thing.
Oh,
So apparently, the thing with that is talking involves using muscles in the face and throat, which can impact sinus drainage.
Mm-hmm.
So the muscles start moving, and because it's encouraging stuff to move, so me talking so much encourages my sinuses to drain itself at the worst fucking time, and then starts blocking up because it's got nowhere to fucking go.
Right.
Which makes sense because I'm not a person that normally blows my nose. I rarely blow my nose because I don't have a need to blow my nose. Because it never
when
feels
you're
like
talking,
all the stuff that's mostly built up. It's like, hey, we're gonna come out now.
Right. Did the Legacy of Kain stuff get more expensive? That's like 94.
It was $99.95.
94 at JB. Like fuck me dead.
Yeah, $5 more at EB, which that's where I got my pre-ordered. I got to pay it off still. So much. It comes out next month. $10 more, and that's like
July something.
July.
Oh yeah, July 11th. A couple of weeks away.
And I haven't paid like anything before it. So hard to pay it off. I know. I keep forget. I'm more reliable paying off my Klarnas than I am fucking paying off a pre-order. And I was like, man, I should just put it on Klarna. Called it a fucking day. Would have paid it off.
I think I actually will grab the Doom Collector's Edition because I have the Doom Eternal Collector's Edition.
that Soul Reaver was a fucking big jump up though because I bought it digitally for like $44, and it's like an extra $50 for it, like $55 for a physical. So I'm paying $55 for all that bunch of hunk of junk inside the box, which I think was the same for this. I think this was digitally like 40.
It is, yeah.
Like $40, like $45 digitally. So I've paid like 44.
Even
45.
less sometimes on sale. It's like 30 something.
I paid $40 for a steelbook and all its goodies. Which makes sense.
That's cool. Cool.
Technically, in a sense now, though, that makes sense because steelbooks have gone from $10 to now $20. We've worked out that value. So
I think that's fucking ridiculous, but
don't know why steelbooks have got inflated to them. Like that's the thing. Like literally, a steelbook that is an accessory to that bundle has now been inflated. Not
The
just.
thing I don't get is why they're called steel
Oh,
books when they're not made out of steel.
I know.
They're just metal case.
Mm, that
There's not
sounds.
some things do call them a metal case, but
Like,
they should be out of fucking steel if they're called a steel book.
I
Then
know.
they wouldn't have half the issue of steel books by denting.
Aluminum books.
No.
Because that's kind of what it is. They're like an aluminum.
Yeah, they're a little bit stronger
Or
than aluminium.
aluminium. Aluminum or aluminium.
Aluminum's stupid. It's spelled aluminium.
I know. Aluminum.
There is no ooh in there. It's aluminium. Where do they get aluminum?
Ali. Ali, not Alu. Ali. Alu. Alonzi!
ALUMINIUM. Minium. Whatever the
Yep.
fuck I just spelled. Aluminium. That's how it's fucking. Oh my god.
Yeah. Did you? What goodies have you got? Did you say you had goodies?
I did get some goodies. I got some goodies. Fuck me dead. Fucking aluminium. Fucking bullshit.
This episode is just full of stress.
I got the other Call of Juarez's
Yep.
for
The
PS3, and I am weird that they put a sticker on there, even though it's already got the one underneath it. It's already under there.
It might have a different. If you look at the actual text, because what's the one to say on the front? What does it say? That's the ratings MA4.
Strong themes, violence, and sexual references.
So if you look at the one underneath, it might have one less item on it.
Still stupid.
It's because they've had to get it reclassified because of one change. Could be like the sexual.
I can check that actually. Give me a second.
Because if you pop that, yeah.
I can check it on my PS3 copy.
Well, I say you can just open up the case and just look underneath the cover.
Oh no! I can, yeah, because that's on the outside. But then again, this is the time period where they would have put it on the fucking paper.
So if you pop it open, yeah, and look and flex it out, what is it?
Oh, hang on. This the exact same.
It is the exact same.
Strong violence, coarse language, and sexual references. Strong themes, violence, and sexual references. Same thing.
Then they've stuffed. That's okay.
The one underneath makes more sense. Strong violence, coarse language, and sexual references. Strong themes, violence, and it doesn't say nothing about the language. Strong themes. I don't know. I like the one underneath better because that's what it really is.
Yeah.
But yeah, got then to play at some point. Techland, can you please get these things? Like, come on. And the big ones I got.
Oh, you know what they should do? You know what they should do?
What?
They should do a Western zombie.
Like Red Dead?
Call of Juarez meets like Dying Light. Could you imagine that in the old West, like running around and like
what, have like McCall and that, like doing the zombies, like killing zombies?
Yeah, like just like in the old out West, like old school fucking having to deal with zombies in a situation like then, and you could have like zombie horses and shit.
It'd be interesting, wouldn't it?
That'd be fucking like fighting zombie wolves and stuff, and that'd be different. Hey, there they are.
Castlevania 1 and 2. Lords of Shadow 1 and 2.
I love that. You're like, oh. You had it so perfectly, and you slept, and you're like, oh. It's like being like thinking raising Simba. It's like Simba. Oh fuck. Oh!
I also didn't realise that there's really no Australian copies either. No. Like it's just them because back in the day, around 2010, they had that sticker on them. What's on the other one? Just smacked on.
There was a lot of games that were released like that because they actually technically had them imported. They weren't officially like released, but you could get them through.
Now, so this is the second one's booklet. I don't know if that was all it had. I don't know if that's all. Where's the outside? I don't know. I don't know if that's all it had. There's no staple marks in it. So
Ah, that's it.
there is no look. There is no staple marks.
Yeah, that's it then. A little booklet.
So that a PS3 game didn't have a manual, just had that with the controls and
Yeah, it
warnings
makes
on it.
sense if it's like one of those important ones as well.
And then this one had that because the first one's got that on it. So I thought but then again, this is missing. I think a page. I don't know how the pages work. It's only a very limited thing. It's got like the controls and that shit as well. I'm like, Konami
Yeah, because
really.
they all had booklets back in the day for PS3. Yeah, I was like looking at the ones I bought from the other week, Ratchet and Clanks.
Yeah.
Like they got all proper manuals in them.
Yeah, it's just
That's just a little
just
leaflet.
Castlevania didn't. Like this has a proper manual. Like this is like that. The first Castlevania.
Yeah, a
one.
proper one. Yeah.
Yeah, the second one didn't get that. It just got a piece of paper.
A piece of paper.
But,
Yeah.
I did play the first one a little bit. I am torn. It's a good game, but like it runs very badly. Also, it come with the DLC Mirror of Fate HD, which is like an older thing, I think. Which is on the code on the back of the book, which I put in. It showed what it was, but I couldn't redeem it. I was like, no.
It showed what it was though. That's bullcrap.
Yeah, it let me click it, and I couldn't click OK on it though. I clicked it, I was like, it's already been used or or not valid. And I'm like, fuck.
Oh, rude.
But it showed what it was.
Oh, that's a tease.
I'm like, I wonder if I can just buy the DLC anyway for like $20.
Yeah.
If I want to play it. I don't know if I will or not. I'll do the base game, that's probably it.
Well, that's it. It's only if you feel invested.
But I had to get the collection because it's like a game of the year.
Mm.
It's got the demo for the second game too.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I think I remember vaguely seeing it, but it might have been that version that I saw because I do kind of remember seeing.
Because this one will be the patched version, like because this didn't have an update; it just played.
Mm.
Where the base one will probably need a patch and stuff. Because this has all the stuff on it.
Mm.
And then that one there's only one version. So
Mm.
I like the case of these though. Like
they do look nice. The design's pretty cool.
I might buy the original card, Lords of Shadow, because I don't honestly want to get the case as well, not just this one. But $50 each. I was like, it's not too bad.
No, that's all right for the decent.
Because these fucking games are expensive usually. Like
that's it.
And they're from the same place, so I got them for $100 and it's from the same person, which was Collector's Quest.
Yeah,
fucking company in Victoria somewhere. Yeah, like perfect condition, like nothing. The discs are in perfect condition. The cases, the manuals, like, everything. Like I had to grab them ASAP because I think of the second one someone had it in their cart, all fucking ready. I was like, "Fuck, do it, bye." Like I fucking need these. I need them. I haven't fucking got them. I got to get them for Xbox as well because I want to do them back compat because they got the 4K upgrade and stuff, the upscale stuff. I do own one digitally. I think it's the second one. No, they gave away games with gold. And, you can still buy them on the Xbox store, I think. Same as the Call of Juarez, you can buy them on the Xbox store for Series X, but they're like $15 each, I think, which is pretty cheap. They do go on sale too, under 10, I think. Buy them that way as well. I don't know if they like. You'd think being on the Microsoft Store, they'd carry over to PC.
Mm.
If it's a digital purchase, but no. You think this day and age, like, because it's Microsoft, but only some games are still only selective games are still playable on both that you buy. Like my Age of Empires 4 and 2, they work. I bought on Xbox. I played on my Microsoft
Well,
account on
that's alright then.
PC.
I know they just need to. Even if you had to pay like an extra $5 or $10, like to like if you, it recognizes that you own that on your account, like whether it's digital, like even then,
I,
like even if I've got a like even then if it's just a physical for console, like even if it's got, like I've got the physical, like say Death Strand, like I know I've got digital as well, but like even then it's like if you had it
Mm.
physically for the console, you paid a price, you paid the $90, it could have come out, you put it in, you go, oh, actually, maybe I like that to have digital. You paid the extra nine, I guess price. I mean, I guess because I think, oh, people will trade it back in, but then even then, okay, you made like there should be a lull period, like it should be. I don't know. There should be. I don't know how you
Like
police
I
it.
don't trade games in anymore. Like I've never since PS3 era, really.
I mean, I get the point because then people will be like, oh, I bought this game, oh, I paid for the $5 upgrade, but then I mean, I feel like you should. I don't know how you'd work it. There should be.
There,
Uh,
there,
how do you
well,
police
there'll
it?
be a way to do it.
I mean, I think there's a way to how do you police because then you could
As
just
long as
buy
you can
them,
verify that you own it. Like,
or it's got to be the game's got to be you've like owned the game for like it's got to be one of the things that's optioned like maybe 3 months if
mm.
you've like had it like registered on your account for 3 months or
Because
like
I
six
may
months.
own this now, but there's no way for them to tell that I have it.
Yeah,
Like Konami or Mercury Steam, the devs.
there's got to be a way because like
I
everything
can
else.
say I've got it, but they don't
Hmm,
know. But they wouldn't.
I reckon the way that they could offer a deal like that is the games recognize when you're launching them. So if you've got a game on disc and you've initially like
Yeah, but
put it
then
in,
you can borrow that from somebody else, and
No, but I was thinking in the sense where if you've had a
mm,
game and you've done it initially, so there's a time that's where it starts when you've had it, and then 3 months from then you've put it in again. It creates like a staple marker. So then I mean, because that's still fiddly then,
yeah,
because then you've got to go to your friend, go, hey, can I borrow your game? Put it in your console, play it or whatever, and return it. Come back like 3 months later, put it back in again, and then be offered to be like pay $5 to get it digitally or $10 to get it digitally. Like that's a fiddly, and I feel like that would work. I would be happy with that. Even if I was selling a game, and
mm,
like I don't know, I think that seems fair. Where you could have a window where if someone's had a game or they've owned the game for like X amount of time, and they want to convert it to a digital copy, they should be allowed to do that because then after like, already in 3 months in, you've already gone past your warranty to return it. So you can't be like, oh, I bought this game for $100, put it in, paid $5 to upgrade. I'm going to take this game back, and I've only paid $5 for the game because it's in that like 30-day window. You're beyond that 30-day window. No one should be allowed. So therefore, it's fiddly if you were to buy the game, install it, return it, wait 3 months, buy the game again, install it. Like no one's going to do that much. No one's going to be that petty just to upgrade their game for $5 and be like, oh, I've got this game for $5. Here's how I did it. Like that's at that point in time, it's like, okay, you can have the game for $5. I feel like, like that seems too much effort to be like buying the game, returning it, buying the game, like returning. Like
yeah,
that's
if you're going to that trouble, then fuck.
like you can. It's like you can have the game for $5. Then fuck, like you can have it for $5 digitally. Like, but I feel like that could work. Like I'm just thinking that could be a way where therefore then you can have the game twice, where you can have it
Mm,
physically. You've shown that you've owned it long enough because you've launched it multiple times, and they're already tracking your shit. Everything's already tracked on your account. They should be able to offer you because when you put your game in, you can how you upgrade. You can pay the $10 to upgrade because it knows it's on your account.
yeah,
Whether it's digital or a disc, you pay for an upgrade to like from the PS4
yep.
to the PS5 version. So they already acknowledged that version that registering is there. So there could be a way that they could implement in a sense of like that for anything on these systems. So then you could have a like on the console in the same sense of converting to digital, you could convert it to like PC. So you could, if you have a game on Xbox, pay the extra money, then you can play it again if you want to cross so you can cross play it somewhere else. Like I think that they could offer that even if it's even then I reckon that's a system that could work because then you could offer it because I'm just going on a tangent here because I was thinking from that transfer process that like you could say for example they can bring out the new Gears, right? You bought that on Xbox, was it $60? How much is it? $60, $70 that new Gears, the Gears one, but that reloaded.
$49.
So say for example like that, say it's $40, $50. You bought that because you got to sign in because most things nowadays are signing make you sign in with accounts. So say you bought that on Xbox and it's because the base Xbox game has an Xbox account tied to it. So you've bought on Xbox, it registers, you go over to your PlayStation, you go to like sign into your account, and it allows you to sign into the account, and it acknowledges that you've registered it because you've signed in on your Xbox with it. You pay X amount at a cheaper price to get on your PlayStation, so you don't actually have to pay full price again. Like
Right.
that
If
would
only
seem
that
like
worked, because then Steam could do it. Fucking PC could do it. Like,
yeah,
because
because
I
that
own it
would
somewhere
work
else.
better. And then you could have a console version. So then if you own the PC version, you could pay that extra because you're
Like,
signing
you
into your
buy it
account
once,
for
but
it.
it goes everywhere. Like,
Yeah, and even if it's a smaller cost, I would happily pay $5 every
right?
time to convert it, or $10 to convert it over to another system.
Yeah,
Like I would
right.
happily buy Grounded on one system, pay the $10 to convert it over to my fucking PlayStation or something like that. You know, like to have two copies of it. Then I can jump between because of cross progression. Like this is something I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking about. Yeah, like this that would be a cool system that would work. No one's really losing out because someone's still making money. Like, and everyone's still enjoying it. Like, you know, I don't see where that would work. They could work. There's no way that couldn't work.
I think we got an issue with Dying Light though.
What's going on?
The Beast is not getting a physical. I don't think.
Oh, is it only just digital? Is it?
I think.
Oh,
I think. 'Cause it comes out in over a month, and there's no. You can't pre-order or nothing. So I'm guessing there's no physical, which I will be sad about because they've always done like a game of the year for Dying Light 1.
yeah, it says yeah. Dying
Like,
Light: The Beast will
there's
not
no
have a physical copy available at launch.
Oh, at launch, okay, so eventually.
So the
How
Beast will
much
not
is
have a physical copy
Beast?
available at launch, but a number of cool options are being looked at. I'm looking at the Reddit post here. So the article started with Dying Light: The Beast will not have a physical copy available at launch, but a number of cool options are being looked at. First comment replies going, the coolest option would be having a fucking disc at launch.
It would, yeah. I mean, it's
with
Techland. They always do physical, but like, I'm guessing. I don't know whether they wouldn't have it at launch, to be
with all the
honest.
content on a 100 GB capable UHD disc, no less, and you forgot the entire game data.
The game won't be that big. Like, it's only a smaller thing. Like, and you can't even. Dying Light: The Beast is unavailable on PS right now. Like, it says it's unavailable. Not available for purchase. You can't even pre-purchase it yet either. And it's only one player, by the way.
It is
Yeah, it says on the thing.
kind of like a DLC then, in a sense, but single player.
Hang on. Supports up to 4 online players with PS Plus, and then goes 1 player. So is multiplayer then? Like, fuck. So it is multiplayer.
Yeah.
What? But then why put 1 player? Single player.
1st of August.
I guess, yeah, probably have to put that in because there's a single player game as well. But,
Yeah.
22nd
Co-op.
it comes out. So in roughly 2 months.
Yes. It's promising standalone adventure. Much of the game still remains mystery, but co-op. Yes.
Yeah. I thought they would, but like the thing said 1 player, I'm like, what? And that's like for up to 4 players if you've got PS Plus. So I was like, phew. Because I don't think Techland's ever going to drop multiplayer support now because they implement it fucking well.
That's it. Like it's
Like,
there.
we
It
had no
works.
issues.
No, that's it. It's there. It works. It's fun. Like, why would you take away that? Like, the one thing that people love joining together and mucking around. Like, it's fun playing together.
Like, I've played it solo. It is better with 2 people. Like, you and even 4 people. Like, fuck.
It'd be cool if we could get some more people on.
Right? They're going to be on PlayStation, though. Hey, Eddie.
But he's yeah.
No, there's people out there.
The only problem
You're
is it being digital though is it's the 105.95 price tag. It's like
for the Beast.
yeah, 105.95 for the base version.
Fuck off.
And then the game bundle is 120.95 for the deluxe.
For all of them, I guess I'm doing that. or just one of that. I don't know, be something like that.
The
How do you see
beast.
that? Because I was on the PS Store and you can't even
Yeah,
pre-order
on the
it.
app. Yeah, this comes up for Dying Light the Beast.
I don't see. I see unavailable.
So you pay an extra $15 and you get Caster Woods Prepper Bundle. You get the official soundtrack, wallpaper pack, Caster Woods Tourist Map, Caster Woods Prepper Outfit, Survivalist SMG, and a Roadhog for an extra $15.
Dying Light's unavailable. The first game now. What the fuck?
Because you own it, yeah, that bundle.
Oh, I don't own the Beast. All I get is not available for purchase. Right there.
Wait, what?
There's no price or anything. It's not available. So
I can pre-order it.
yeah, I can't. The
Hold on.
fuck? Hang on, you already own the Beast. Hang on. This item is unavailable. You already own the following products, which conflict with the product you're trying to buy.
Wait, what?
I own Dying Light 2 Stay Human Ultimate Digital Pack. Dying Light Stay Human Digital.
Wait, what? Did it bug out? Have you got the Beast by default for some stupid reason?
Maybe.
How'd you manage that?
Dying Light 2. Because what the collectors, that's what it's saying. I've got the Ultimate Dying Light 2 thing. So have I got the Beast with it then? Like people who bought the collectors? I'm so confused. Because I can't buy it. I can't. There's no price there. It says it's unavailable. Same as the first game. I looked at it. Can't buy the first. I've already got it. But it's the same error. I want to check the console. I want to check on there instead. Like if that comes up that I already own it, then or I can't buy it, then I already have it. I mean that hey, if they did it because I've got the Dying Light 2 collectors, then that is some very good support for the community though.
Oh, that's a trap.
Because like if they did it that way, like that is fucking impressive.
And then that has nothing in it. Wait, what the fuck? Dying Light 2 Reloaded Edition.
Uh-huh.
The fuck is Reloaded Edition?
I have no idea.
Oh, it's just Dying Light 2 Stay
Dying
Human
Light.
Reloaded Edition includes Blood Ties DLC.
The Beast unavailable. I already own the damn thing. It's got a ticker on there. It's got a timer.
But you haven't pre-ordered? Did you pre-order it at some point?
No. But
Wait, what? Are you sure you haven't actually pre-ordered it?
No, I haven't. I got it because I already own because I own Dying Light 2 Ultimate Pack or something. What the fuck? That is interesting. Yeah, I already own it. Like I can't buy it.
Oh,
There's no
yeah.
price.
Yes, okay, Dying Light 2 Ultimate Edition and Free the Beast.
Oh.
If you own Dying Light 2 Stay Human Ultimate Edition, will receive Dying Light the Beast for free. That is really fucking cool!
Techland are fucking goats still.
Yes, owners of the Dying Light 2 Stay Human Ultimate Edition will receive Dying Light the Beast for free. The Beast was originally planned as DLC for Dying Light 2 and was intended to be part of the Ultimate Edition. Since Ultimate Edition is no longer available for purchase, it is now a standalone game. But the free copy of... Oh, okay, so it was DLC. So it was DLC.
I thought so. Like,
and that was meant to be small DLC because that's why you say it's such a small map. But because it got so big of a project... They had the scramble.
That's cool.
The roadmap.
I can't see a price. Is my thing broken? It's like that's already
own it. That is fucking dope. Like they didn't just dick over like some people and just be like, oh sorry, you're not gonna get it. You gotta rebuy it or get paid. Just
Now
like,
I've got to look on the collector's edition because they said nothing about that.
Yeah, because DLC. It didn't say that specifically. It's just because that was DLC.
But it was future DLC. But like. That means if another DLC comes part of the pack as well, then like.
No, that was the last one. That was the last one.
No, but if they ever do another one, who knows? Like they did DLC for the first game for fuck knows how long.
Oh yeah, then no,
But like,
they'll mostly do some more minor things, but then yeah.
that's kind of dirty because I was a bit worried there. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, so that's alright. Well, you've already got it. Fucking, you get to play it off the bat. I gotta pay £105.95, which I don't pay. That's
That's
crazy.
expensive. Yeah, because it's a full game now technically because it's not a
Yeah,
DLC.
so but they promised because they had already promised people.
Yeah, I that's fucking cool, Techland. Like, goddamn.
That is fucking crazy.
See, that's how companies should do it. They already promised it, and then it got too big, and they're still honoring their deal.
Yep.
That's fucking cool. Okay, so
Oh,
I
yep.
was wondering, I
Yeah.
was wondering about that. That's gonna drive me bonkers. Like, hey, in honor of that, if they do a physical, I'm still fucking buying it.
Almost, yeah. I I would rather, if I'm spending the money, I would rather pay for a physical. 100, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I'm paying 105 plus or 100 plus, anything like that
Mm.
plus, I'd rather buy.
I wonder if they're gonna work things out. Like, if you bought it, you might get a physical. Who knows?
Take that to some. Yeah, I don't know how that would work. Or they have to
They're
send
a
it out.
company like that. Like, the fact
But,
they're doing that, like, fuck, 'cause they could charge for that
mm,
technically,
but
they
but
can't
because they promised it as DLC for the
because
game.
it's not a DLC anymore. It's a standalone.
Yeah, but because
It's
they.
literally another game.
Mm,
Like,
but no, but the fact because they've said because they promised it as part of that version,
yeah,
and they didn't um stick because they couldn't get it, end up becoming a bigger
I didn't
project.
hear that in any of the marketing stuff either. Like, fuck,
No, like because I was
that
like,
is
cause
fucking
like I mean
cool.
I could kind of technically say that about Cyberpunk because they promised DLCs that end up being scrapped, and then the DLCs that they promised for the last gen got cancelled and then pushed for only next gen. Like they didn't do anything to like they.
I mean, it makes sense why though, because
I understand,
Cyberpunk
yeah,
ran shit on the DLC was
but
heavier than that. Like,
they gave no compensation to those that they promised. You know what I
no,
mean?
no, they didn't, did they?
Where Techlane, they've been like, no, you, and they've given out
Well,
they upgrade too.
they didn't have to do that.
No, that's what I'm saying, and they upgrade too, so that like if you like one version, you upgrade it from like the lower like PS4, PS5, things like that. Like they do things like that. Like they're still updating and supporting the PS4 version. I reckon if they could roll a PS5 version of Dying Light 1, they would of course roll that out for free.
Yeah,
Like
right.
everyone would get the free upgrade. They would get, you know what I mean? Like that's they're companies that get it. Like they, you know,
Well, they're not owned by a higher thing. Like, that's just them.
exactly. Like they get it. They
I'm pretty
understand.
sure Techland are just they're independent now.
Yeah.
Well, they always have been. They just had publishers, but Techland.
But
Oh no, Tencent own them.
that's still not too bad. They're pretty. They cover a lot of costs.
Yeah,
Say
that's still fucking cool though. Like,
that's fucking dope.
I never expected
That's
that because
cool.
Dying Light 2 came out 3 years ago.
Uh huh.
It makes sense why you can't still buy the Ultimate because it's
And
would have expired by now.
they turned it over and they made the Reloaded edition.
Yeah,
That's why I got
right.
confused when the Reloaded came out because they ended up scrapping the Ultimate because they knew their deadline wasn't going to work for releasing the Beast DLC. So they scrapped it, re-released the Reloaded edition. So then you got the first DLC with the game, and then you got to buy the new DLC separately as a standalone now. But
That's
because
fucking
it was
crazy.
promised as part of the Ultimate, you're still covered because you technically paid that cost to get that. So they still offered what the DLC would have cost, which would have been like a $40 DLC. But because the DLC got bigger, it's now a $100 DLC. So
Cool. I fuck. I thought I thought my thing was broken.
yeah,
Fuck me then.
I think the only
No,
digital game I've paid full price for is like Split Fiction.
right?
That was $70.
Goddamn.
I was like, oh, could have got a, but like I wanted to play that so badly, and I was happy to pay that.
Split fiction.
Because I couldn't actually, it was hard for a bit there because it was tricky trying to find places to add it.
Oh fuck yeah, because it sold out. Like just like Expedition 33, that's still selling out. Like
Yeah,
I still want to get a physical of that. Like I can now, thankfully, but it sold out for months.
mm.
Every time I come in, it'd sell. Like,
Crazy. It's fucking
I
crazy
want
how.
your copy.
I know I know because you got digitally, but you want a physical copy.
Yeah, I'll support that. No, they're a little indie fucking dev. Like,
I
god
know.
damn.
Well, that's like them too. I like all the DLCs they've been giving out too. Like I've seen giving out like all these different outfits and stuff to customize your characters and stuff. They've been giving them all these things for like hitting milestones. They've been like, oh, if you're hitting sale milestones here,
Right?
hey, some skins for everyone that's playing it. Like they're
Yeah.
just like that's cool. Like it's great.
They're doing the right thing.
Like yeah, they're getting heaps of money, but like they're
It's still
literally saying
giving
thank
back to the
you.
community.
Yeah, they're having so much fun. And
Like
this
the community bought your thing. Like,
the good thing about
that
this,
it
the way
did
it's
happen.
going, they can now go, oh, we weren't going to do DLC. Like, because there's spots where these developers get to point with these games where they can be like, okay, we weren't going to do DLC. Oh, actually, we're going to actually make DLC now and release story DLC because they can like expand on. Or they might go,
Right.
oh, we've got enough work for this. We'll make a second game. Like, there's all these things that they can option where they want people to, because that's what they do. If they want
That's
people
what
to,
Dying Light was.
yeah,
Like, that first game was out for a long time. They're like, well, they were making the sequel for a long time.
but they want the
Eventually,
longevity of
like,
that game
it
to
was
keep
near a
going.
decade later it came out. Like,
That's what I mean, because they keep the longevity. So while people are still playing it and the longevity is going and support's there, they keep giving out free content because, like, thank you for just keep playing.
because you're feeling that now. Like, that first game is fucking fantastic for, like, even
I know.
replayability. It just-
I know. Wouldn't even seem like it feels like it's a game that came out not long ago. Like it's great. Like it feels
Yeah,
so
because they
weird.
put the modern updates on it and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, even back then, it was still fucking good.
Ah.
Like we don't have a next gen patch specifically yet, but they've updated the textures and the skybox got redone. Like the whole new skybox. That was in the last patch
Looks
a
nice.
couple of days ago.
The
shadows got better in the last patch. They just kept working on it. Like
that's good. That's nice.
I think the second one might even have that eventually. Like get better assets and stuff over time as well. Like that second game does look fucking amazing when you first enter like the openness. Like
no, it'd be good. It'd be good to because I've got that. I've already, which is good though because I've already played a bit of it. When we do get to that and play that one, like it's not that whole muck around. Like we can just jump in together.
I'll start back from the start.
Because I'm only a little bit into the start, so at least then I can like jump in. We can do that together as well.
That game is intense. That second one though, like. Did you do the chase through the sewer thing with the dude chasing you?
I've had a lot of people chase me.
No, this is like a scripted escape thing. Like you and the lady run through the funnel system.
Maybe
and the dude's hot on your ass.
Seems kind of familiar. I don't know. I can't really confirm or not. I've played too many games, and I've played a bit of that. I played a watch. I can barely remember.
It's fucking intense.
It was a while ago.
Because like she's shutting doors behind her while you're trying to run through the door, and like that dude's hot on your ass, like the main bad guy.
Maybe maybe not.
And you're running from him.
Maybe.
And then there's volatiles getting into the mix. For fuck.
Oh god.
The game's hard. Like the game's stressful. The
Why
second
now
one.
that'd be in co-op?
Like, hey.
Wonder how that would be in co-op.
Yeah, I haven't done that. Oh, I did do it with my cousin, but
that moment, that whole experience running for that in co-op.
Yeah,
imagine playing that like 4 of you running.
I died once because I fell down a fucking
so imagine,
hole. Like,
so imagine. Okay, then if you got that bitch running through and she's closing doors, now imagine 4 of you running, following her, being chased by.
And then someone else closed the door behind when someone else going in. They're like, you just keep spamming the closed door so they can't open.
Just keep dicking each other over. Fucking hell.
I don't know how I'm too afraid to look back when he's chasing me. I don't know how far back he is, but you can hear him. Like
yeah, I've learned to in games now not to worry about that anymore because I used to so much and I used to screw myself over. I'm like, nah, fucking run. That's how I survive.
Just keep running, right? Just keep running.
And look back.
I'm a curious person. Oh, it's like to have a look around. I did that in Laserfield 2. I was like, yeah, oh. I'm like, fuck.
Nope.
I was like, yeah, this is like the first one, isn't it? Like, nothing can actually get you. No, you can die in the second one. Things can kill you.
Yep. Right.
First one's so so chill compared to that. It's only jump scares.
I
The other
know.
one is you really gotta. You can die. You can get fucked up.
It's cooked. It's so fucking cooked.
The game's cool though. I want to do it in VR. Laserfield VR. They put the first one in VR.
Oh yeah.
First one makes sense. Second one not so because there is combat, but you can't fight back, so you're not even looking at them.
It makes sense. Like
So weird.
we had kind of like a combat system, but you can't fight.
But Dying Light is like when you play it with like no DLC and stuff. Like fuck, that's intense.
The worst. That's the worst thing that gets me is okay. So in games, it's like I can understand like if it's like a walking sim, explorer, whatever. But if you're not gonna like, if it's a game like you're not gonna be attacked, I can understand. Like it's just it's one of those things. But if there's gonna be a game where I can be jumped or attacked by an enemy, I sure as shit should be allowed to be fucking swinging my hands and fucking fight. Like there's no way if I'm being jumped by something, there's no way I'm just gonna be like, like I'm gonna be like you want to fucking like if I'm getting gnawed on the neck, I'm gonna be fucking punching that fucking thing. Like I don't give a fuck if I'm, you know what I mean? Like I'm going down with the fight. Like anything's
That's
attacking
why
me.
Silent Hill is the best because like it is psychological,
Yeah.
but you can fight back.
Yeah, because like Resident Evil has your fight and stuff, which is cool. But like I said, I
Yeah,
see
but
there's always
they're real things though, not
yeah.
in your head.
But like that's what I mean though. Like at least like with like not Red, but like you look at half these horror games and you're just like hide.
Yeah, like
you gotta,
amnesia.
like it's like okay, but like if you get in a conflict moment, you should be allowed to struggle and fight and like fight the fucker off if you're getting jumped. Like no way you're not gonna be able to not fight.
That's why what is it? Outlast. Fuck that games. You can't fight back. You have to just run.
I know, but like if you're caught in that situation, you should be able to throw some fists. You should be allowed to, even if you're gonna die.
If you have to,
like
to turn around and start punching them.
Like if you're in that
Grab
sequence,
a weapon or something.
like even if it's going to be like an end scene where you're dying, you should be allowed to sit there in the game. Like if I'm okay, that's one thing I want to do. If I'm going to make a game, if I ever decide to make a game again at some point, and I'm making like a kind of a horror style, and if I'm getting grabbed, you know how you get grabbed and it's like the game over, like the eye, you get those things. I want to add the feature in where you can like press a trigger or fucking press any kind of button and have those arms flail, even though you're dying, you punch the fucking thing that's killing you. Like, I want to be able to do that. Like, I want to see this person, or even if it's not being able to press it, I want to see that fucking character model swing and fucking try and strangle and gouge the eyes of whoever, whatever's, or if it's a beast grabbing the teeth and trying to rip the, as you're being attacked. Like, I want to see some of that, like, actual defense. Like, these games are just bullshit. Right. Like, no way someone's just going to go limp when you get, like, it just does my head in. It just pisses me off. It's just me as a gamer. It's from my experience. Like when I'm being attacked, I just hate sitting there just watching myself die. Like I'm not. It's not like I've been shot to the head. Like if I bullet instantly fucking out. Like
that's what I said. Silent Hill does psychological horror the best.
Yeah.
Because you can still defend yourself.
Hmm.
Like, unless it's Pyramid Head, then you can't really do shit about that.
Yeah. But like, I just want to see that struggle.
It's crazy that world though, because like. None of it's real. Like, you're bashing something.
I know, exactly. It's something. Something.
It's someone, because it's either someone or something just there.
You see they're coming back with the new Silent Hill movie?
Yeah, it's trash already. I saw it.
The sequel to the original. It's actually a proper sequel to the original Silent Hill movie.
Is Sean Bean in there again?
Not sure if he was alive or dead in that one.
He was alive. He's in the second one, I think.
Because they did that weird, like there was like a sequel, but it wasn't. It was like a sequel, but not a sequel. It was a weird like
that Silent Hill had a
spin-off,
revelation or something.
It continued like it was another live action, and it continued kind of on from that first movie, but it didn't. It was very weird. Where this now is like a proper sequel to the first movie, apparently. So.
I don't care about the movies anymore. I just want that that blooper doing the first one because the second one did really well.
I want to play the first. I do want to play Silent Hill 2, but I want to play the first.
I bought it digitally.
Yeah.
It was like $50 digitally. Like,
not bad. We'll wait to see.
Half fucking price.
But no, I definitely want to play that.
I'll still buy it physically at some point. That's a part of history. Like Silent Hill 2 is one of the best horror games fucking ever. Like, well, not horror games, psychological horror games.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
You can't call it a horror game. It's a psychological horror game.
Psychologically
Horror
horror.
is stuff like Resident Evil. That is a horror.
I mean, it's still under the horror
Survival
genre.
horror.
Yeah, yeah. Again, see, like technically, like I said, it's all under the horror tree, but you've got
Just
psychological horror.
different
You've got,
branches.
you
Yeah.
know,
So you got survival horror, which
survival horror. Then you got like the gore category.
they
Because
they did action really at this point, like the
the
gore
gore,
stuff.
the gore, well, the gore ones are specifically designed to be
Because
completely
technically,
gory.
Castlevania is a gore thing because
Yeah,
it's not quite horror, but it's got horror elements.
yeah. Just yeah, I guess yeah, more actiony because yeah, they're just like
Yeah,
they're hack and slashes. Yeah, hack and slashes are your gory ones because they love to
like
just
Devil
put.
May Cry and stuff,
Mm.
where they can make you jump, but they're not.
That's
They
well,
just
that's
gore
saying
like
that's
this.
kind of like Dead Island. Dead Island's technically like that's technically in the horror genre, but that's in the
Yeah, it's a
gory
survival gore horror.
because it's like hack and slash and it's over the top like gory. Like it is unnecessary gore. Like you don't need that in a game, but they've got
Yeah,
it in the game
they toned that down for Dying Light, didn't they? Really, when you think about it,
because the first one was a bit
it's more
funky.
natural in Dying Light. Like,
Yeah, yeah, a bit more normal because the bodies aren't just randomly falling apart. Like I noticed
yeah,
in like when people are fighting stuff in Dead Island 2, like you can punch you punch
oh,
city
that's
off,
fantastic
like
though.
you're punching people and you see their flesh like slowly tear away. Like that's cool system, mind you. Like that's fucking cool mechanics. Like I like that you can punch the flesh away and like
I
you
don't know,
know
you can punch your fist through someone's face. Like that's
like
fucking
like
cool.
that's cool. Like attention to detail, but that's gore. Like it's not
I
necessary. You
hope they
didn't
get to
need
make a
it.
third one now after that one.
Mm. I know it's cool. I
Well,
like. It's kind of funny when you look at it because I haven't played it, but I've seen people play this and the stuff. It's kind of funny that you had Techland make the first Dead Island game, like Dead Island, that Dead Island, whatever it was, that spin-off thing. You
and
kind of see,
Riptide.
yeah, Riptide, that's what it was, and you can see how those games were. They're good games, but at the same time, they felt like a bit right?
That was the publisher thing though.
And
The
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. You see it like the publisher was iffy on them, so they didn't feel
Who
satisfied. You
published
can
it,
feel
man?
like they felt annoyed. Like you could, it was fucking thingamadoob that published.
Wasn't THQ, was it?
Yeah, it was. I think it was.
Uh,
Which
oh, Deep Silver.
Deep Silver. That's it. It's unfortunate, but that's what I'm saying. Like at the time, they seemed great, but when you look back at them, and especially if you compare them to Dying Light, you can
2011 Dying Light. Dead Island. Fuck the fucking names.
yeah. But like I said, you can see the difference when you look at Dead Island with what Techland did there, and then you look at what they did with Dying Light, and you can see the passion, the love, and the enjoyment.
Oh yeah.
You
What
can
they
see
really
because
envisioned.
you see when Dead Island came out, I remember playing. I thought this game's great. This is fun, run around. But like when you can look back at it, you can kind of see all the little like sour moments that taste that taste bad that they didn't enjoy.
The game got easy if you got certain things like
That's
in
not
Dead
like that's
Island.
not really here or there like that in that sense of but like
No,
what I'm thinking of.
the game ain't fucking difficult at all.
No, but what I'm saying is like you look at Dying Light and you can see the fun and enjoyment they had making it. You
Oh
can
yeah.
see the attention, and then you look at the people that did Dead Island 2, and you can see those people who did that they enjoyed making that game. You can see the difference when you look at Dead Island
It
2.
feels like a Techland thing.
Yeah, but you look at Dead Island 2, and then you look at the other
Like
Dead
they
Island
took what
games.
Techland did with Dying Light and was like,
Yeah,
we can modernize that into a Dead Island-esque, cartoony, over the top
because like
thing.
they had fun because you can see the people that worked on it enjoyed it though.
Hmm.
Compared to when you compared Dead Island 2 to Dead
I'm
Island
still
Riptide.
surprised Dead Island 2 came out in such a good way because that changed developers like every couple of years, got a
Yeah.
new developer.
Whatever was going, but whatever happened at the
And
end.
then Dan Buster's like, we'll make it in a couple of years or whatever the fuck it was and done.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying though. Whatever they were doing, because like I said, when you look at Dead Island 2 to compare now to Dead Island Riptide, that quality and what the games do, you can see there those teams that did that had way more enjoyment. Like you can see the
Oh, yeah.
passion in the creation and stuff and the detail. Like, you can tell that with these games. Like that's the crazy part. It's like you can tell.
Okay, so Dan Buster under Deep Silver.
Yeah, they had someone more direct work on it.
That's right. Dan Buster made Homefront the Revolution.
Yeah, that game was trash. The game was
Not trash, but it was
that game was broken.
something stinks about it, doesn't it?
The
Like
game was broken. It was unpolished when it released.
yeah.
You get to a point of one of the missions and you couldn't complete it because you kept falling through the thing. I think they eventually patched it because there's a million
That's
DLCs
why I was
there.
iffy on Dead Island 2 because I'm like, that's from them devs. I'm like, but no, don't like Dead Island 2 is a good fucking time. Like that's the only game they've ever developed was Homefront, Chorus, and then Dead Island 2.
Oh god.
So like they got a good track record now, don't they?
And Dead Island 2 was
They shouldn't go beyond. They shouldn't go beneath Dead Island 2 now.
You better hope.
Yeah. Well, Homefront was a thing because they didn't do the first one.
No, they picked up the.
That was Crytek.
I think Deep Silver was under. Who was Deep Silver with? They partnered with someone as well.
Deep Silver. That was with THQ, wasn't it?
They were. That's the
Nordic.
thing.
Nordic. No, Saber. Right. Deep Silver. No, Deep Silver always been a publisher.
But they were They was with someone though. I thought they were like partnered with.
Parent is Play On. Play On. They're from Germany? Ah, you know that. Founded in Germany. Now their headquarters in fucking United States, California. Huh. An Austrian. Damn.
Yeah, Darksiders publisher THQ Nordic have purchased German software company owners of Deep Silver.
They made Shenmue. They published Shenmue 3, I think. Shenmue.
Oh yeah, so THQ did get it. So THQ Nordic acquires Deep Silver, which they got got Saints Row and Dead Island.
Yeah. And now Volition are no longer because of Saints Row.
The Volition was already kind of out the window, but they still
Yeah, that was their last. That had to be good, which it wasn't. They could have been making stuff, but that game was definitely micromanaged to shit. Because it was the original who made the original fucking quadrilogy. What the fuck you say it? Quadrilogy. They made the original 4. And yet they somehow got that. Like I'll say it, that Saints Row game is not memorable at all. I remember nothing about it. And I played it for like 70 fucking hours.
But yeah, well, because it's been a while, so yeah.
It's trash. I hate it. But I bought the collector's edition. So I had to fucking play it. And then platinum it. It's only a reason. But I sped through it. I had to. I didn't want to be in that game any fucking longer than I had to be. It's just not Saints Row. It doesn't feel Saints Row. Like, where was my massive dildo baseball bat thing? Like, where's all that shit gone?
I know.
Where's all the over the top fucking like Zemos and shit in Saints Row? Like, he was a fucking pimp with he walked around with a fucking chariot strapped to his back, fucking in a gimp outfit.
That's kind of a trap. Everyone else everyone praises small games doing it, but big games looks sad. 2 million copies it sold.
What?
Saints Row.
Yeah, that's shit. 2 million? Jesus.
2022 reboot, despite selling nearly 2 million copies, was poorly received and did not resonate with fans.
No, because it's not Saints Row. Saints Row is 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 4 not so much.
Well, I mean, they make fun of it though. They make fun that there was meant to be a reboot, and then they did reboot, but then it rebooted into Agents of Mayhem. So then
that game's still better than Saints Row.
So then what made sense is they made joke that the universe imploded on itself and the universe rebuilt itself.
Which was like Crackdown.
Yeah, I know. But I said, but then the universe is supposed to reboot itself at the end of the game because they talk about that making a joke. So that's why we had Agents of Mayhem. But then how do you connect Agents of Mayhem to the new Saints Row then? Because like the universe was destroyed. Like how does the Saints Row exist if it doesn't?
That's why I'm happy that Volition can no longer make Saints Row because
the worst problem I found with Saints Row, with the later one, is the main story for everything it has was complete horseshit. But then every mission you do outside of that, or the side quests and all the side
Was
story
better.
DLCs, yeah, was way better. It's like, how do you fuck that up? How do you have the base story be so trash, but then all the side story missions had more depth and more plot?
The base story is just a generic.
It's so bad. Like I'm like that side, like that main story should have been the side story, like in a sense. Like that's
Like,
what.
I'm not saying the other stories and the other games are better, because really, all the stories are just bad shit. Like, they're
Yeah,
just there.
but like
Like,
it's just it's
the
just.
gameplay is, which Saints Row 2023 doesn't have.
But
Like,
it's like the way it works out with the like how to explain the Saints Row is like, for example, saying it's like you go to McDonald's and you bought a Big Mac, right? You ate the Big Mac and it was shit, but the fries was the best thing about it. How do you make sense out of that? Like, that shouldn't make sense. The Big Mac should be the best thing of the meal because that's the main, you know, like
also, like, the other games had big characters. Like, you had Keith David, like, who was the your
it's just
ringleader kind of thing. Like, I don't know. You had the other factions and stuff. Like, it was
it
it
was
was, it was,
weird.
it was weird.
It was weird.
I don't hate the new Saints Row, but it's not
It
Saints
just
Row.
yeah, it's like it has those base elements of that game genre. Like it's in that genre, fine, of what that genre is. I don't know what that genre is called.
The
That
art style, trash. I like the older art styles.
like
Could have kept that. Like a
like
cell shaded would be nice.
hmm. Like I said, I don't know. I'm not sure what the
I get a
GTA
cell shaded Saints Row. That'd be
like.
amazing.
Yeah, because I know that genre of gameplay
I
is
had too much of a
cool.
budget for the new one. I think like it looked too clean.
Hmm. They changed the engine clearly.
Yeah, shouldn't. Well, you can, but like keep the aesthetics. Like that was not a reboot. That was a whole redoing of the
Yeah,
whole thing. A reboot keeps elements of what made.
I know what it's basically what it felt like. It's like basically it's saying it's like okay, we've been making Saints Row that's kind of been a parody of GTA, and then turning around going okay, we're gonna make a GTA game.
But
Like
to be fair, like they may have parried, but them open worlds were sometimes better than
no,
GTA.
but
Like,
I know that, but that's what I'm saying though. Is it's like the examples like we're making a game that's kind of making fun of these games and we're ripping off in the sense like I mean I guess because it kind of was always that rip off style of that kind of genre of games. I don't know what the genre's called. What we call that genre? Like
just open world.
open world, like
Back then it was just open world.
but like in that genre of those games, like there's mainly GTA. There's been a few others since, like there's like True Crimes. You've got fucking like
Just Cause.
Just Cause is in that vein of those type of games.
Which I
Sleeping
think still
Dogs,
better than Saints Row.
and
That
like
new one. And that
but like I said, it's like imagine being like, oh, we're making this type of game, which has always been our game, and then being like, like imagine being like Doom
I
making
know one of the
Doom.
reasons is the team was no longer the team that made the other
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
Like it's a whole new team. But same as Mass Effect and Dragon Age, they're not the same teams
yeah.
as they once were.
It's like it's like yeah, no, it's definitely like those. It's that
But they have a
process.
history. Like just pull from the history of what people wanted.
Yeah,
Like
it's
there's a
like
reason the
I
game
don't know.
bombed. Like it just wasn't what we wanted.
Like there's IPs that look similar and games being similar, but yeah, it's just like
like look at like Dam Buster and Dead Island 2 was a perfect example of what the fans fucking wanted.
yeah,
They knew what people had fun with.
like and that's what I mean. Like you see the sense, like the sense of humor, the typical sensory sense of humor was there, but they were like
Yeah, but it was toned down.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. They had to. They're being like
It was very PG. Like
yeah,
it
they
wasn't,
walk a fine line because they didn't want to offend anyone. Like they were trying to offend,
which is
but not
bullshit.
overly
Like,
offend. Like they were trying to be like, we want to offend, but we're going to tippy toe with how we offend people, or like it had to be
yeah,
crazy.
but when a company thinks like that, it's already a shit product.
But no, it was just a trap because it went from being like what they were doing to like
And the people that think they're going to offend ain't even the offended ones. It's the
I
other
know
side
the ones that actually
for them.
yeah, exactly the fans itself.
It's like it depends how far you push it usually, but like
Yeah, no, it's like
them
I can
old Saints
see.
Row games, people love them, and they're
That's what I mean.
not
Like
for
I can,
kids.
like I said, like I can see the Saints Row there. Like I can definitely see it, but at the same time, I can see like it's it's like it's like it's been buried in the
For a hollow
grave.
shell.
Yeah, and it's trying to dig its way out a little bit, like it's trapped. It's
Yeah.
like
Like I just
it's there, but it's not
they're
there.
trying to
Like
be so edgy for no fucking reason.
yeah, I mean, it always was edgy, but it was doing it edgy in a different location. Like it's kind of like being like, well, we were edgy for you and your generation. You're adults now. You're not playing this, so we're going to be for like the previous generation or the next generation. It's
Yeah,
like,
which is just
no, the
dog
people that
shit.
are
Don't do it.
playing this are the ones that are the adults that are still growing up now that want to play it. Like
Yeah.
they're your audience. Stay with your audience.
Yeah,
Don't try and get
you
the
ask someone younger than 25 what Saints Row is, they wouldn't fucking know what the fuck it is.
no, because like that's the problem. They try to target for a new young, try and incorporate a new audience. And they should have done that. They should have just stuck to their older audience and just be done with it. Like not pissed, not necessarily piss people, but just making everyone
But it's
uncomfortable.
good because people learn, like the companies learn, like don't do that again.
Exactly. I mean,
It
we've had
just
that a
takes
lot.
one thing to do that, apparently.
We've had a lot of different things. Yeah.
Unless you're Warner Brothers and you keep releasing stupid fucking
Yeah. But anyway,
Suicide Squad and shit.
we've ended up going quite long with this podcast than we were planning to do. We've actually had a full podcast. We've had a nice full episode. At least we've given you
Nice.
some substance, not just like an empty fucking hollow shell.
Yeah.
I gotta, yeah. Because
I'm gonna go tame fucking Thorny Dragon.
yeah, so we're
shit
about
now, so-
2.5 hours into this episode now. It's 10:30, and we're gonna
Yeah.
get this done up early. We're gonna say we're gonna have a short one, and we're gonna jump on Arc, and now it's
We
like
always say that and it goes long, so
we've taken
we
a bit
just
of time
don't
out of
say it.
our Arc time, so we want to say kind of before Jim does his outro, I kind of want to say, piss off, thank you for joining us, but we're gonna go play some Arc. I'm gonna give him the fucking. I did that in
Piss
one of
off, he says.
did I do that in my I did that in my PlayStation video.
Right?
Piss off now. I'm gonna play some Ratchet and Clank. PlayStation had other ideas.
Yeah, you didn't play any Ratchet and Clank.
I did. I got sorted, but yeah, it was funny.
Oh.
I just knew that it was gonna do that, so I kind of played that in. I faked. I faked the
Right.
ending for funny reasons. So you gotta have some
But-
fun with things. But oh, my
Right.
ass is sore. Speaking of butts, my ass is sore.
On that one, thank you, Beardies and Beardettes, for joining us on another episode.
Yes.
We appreciate you watching, listening, all the good things, clicking that like, ringing that damn bell, like. But as always, we have been Dal and Jim, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye bye. My hands out of camera, but bye. I